Name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name, and the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
And hello, everybody, from the Big Pond in Champaign, Illinois. It's Saturday Night Illini Hockey, presented by YouTube. Hi, everybody. I'm Cristiano Simonetta. Stephen Cohn will join me in just a second. The Fighting Illini have been swept only twice at home in the past 3 previous seasons, but they will face that statistic head-on tonight against the University of Jamestown Jimmies. On Friday night, Illinois jumped out to a 3-1 lead in the second period, backed by 3 power play goals. However, it will be the visitors to grab a hold of the momentum and tie the game at 3 before regulation expired. The 3-on-3 overtime, it solved nothing, but the shootout did. The result? 1 goal for Jamestown through 3 rounds, thanks to Cole McKechnie and goaltender Tyson Brower, shutting the door on the Illini on each of their 3 tries. In other words, a stunning outing from the Jimmies to steal a victory from Illinois. I bring in Stephen Cohn to the broadcast. Welcome, Stephen. The Illini were up 3-1 in 1 point in the second period. What went wrong?
Well, they didn't close the game, Cristiano. That's all I got to say. They gave up 2 late goals there in the third period. They couldn't score in the overtime, where they knew Jamestown was going to struggle with the 3-on-3 in this wide ice, and they couldn't come through against Brower in the shootout. The Illini just couldn't find a way to finish the game, and partially I feel like they took their foot off the gas. We saw moments there in the late in the game. Joey Randall to wide open lanes of the ice, and so they passed it off. Could have taken a shot. Their defense kind of lackadaisical there in the third. Got to come out, got to finish stronger tonight. They're playing well in the first and second. How do they play in the third period to win the game? And
not just the first and second periods of games. We've seen how Illinois has handled adversity in the early portions of 2-game series. They do great on the Saturdays, but struggle on Friday. But against a team like Jamestown, how do they get back in the win count tonight against a Jimmy's club that's won 6 straight?
Well, I think the first thing is that they're going to get more shots on the net. So what that's going to mean is really trying to use that middle of the ice where the Jamestown defense was kind of lacking last night. Try to use that slot, and that was where the Illini were able to get a goal for 2 of their goals from a night ago. So that space is going to be a little more open. Jamestown a little more aggressive, so the Illini also have to find a way to match that physicality tonight.
Illinois outshot Jamestown unofficially 34-24. Last night, Tyson Brower, he was outstanding. 31 saves, stopped all 3 in the shootout as well. How will Illinois get more pucks behind him?
Well, I think it's going to just gain more out. They gotta break out quicker. We saw several opportunities for Jamestown last night, a few 2-on-1s. That's where they were getting some of their goals. Just those easy situations. The Illini have to find a way to help themselves on offense, and it's going to come from all 4 lines.
But how about the defense, Stephen? That's becoming a concern. 3 goals allowed in regulation, and then the goal in the shootout, of course, not on the defensive side, but David Heflin, who battled a lot in this hockey game last night. For the defense, though, who's allowed 3 goals in the past game, they allowed 5 against Robert Morris a couple weeks ago after a great showing against a team like Rochester College. But this is a different animal than number 15 Jimmies. How can they limit the visitors' scoring touch tonight?
Yeah, well, Jamestown didn't get that many shots last night. They got high-quality shots. They're really getting traffic in front of the net. The Illini have to find a way to make those shots a little more difficult. Jamestown was looking for those second and third opportunities. They weren't able to get them, but when they did get some good shots, they were able to make them.
Luke Forfar was in the lineup last night. He's a healthy scratch. Stephen Quinn comes back in. Mike Turek on the back end. For these lineups moving forward, and the changes that head coach Nick Fabrini has made, adding Thomas Kolas, getting Forfar back, do you enjoy this line jumbling, and do you think it's going to work out in the future, or should they just stay packed and have a set lineup down the end of the season? Because if you mix things up too much, it could discombobulate everything.
Well, I think last night the lines that we saw were kind of more experimental by Nick Fabrini, but tonight we're seeing more what it might be going forward. At top line of Stuvik, Cruikshank, McGing. That's the potent line. That's where the line are going to look for a lot of goal scoring. And that third line, put Richter back down there again. And with Homer and Moscow, that's a pretty good third line also, but Luke Forfar not in the game tonight, so Stephen Quinn comes back, and he's right now the 13th forward tonight, so he's going to be trying to get some more playing time going forward, has to have a strong showing tonight.
James McGing missed the past 4 games coming into this weekend. On Friday, he scores a goal and played the most amount of minutes as a forward at 24 minutes and 14 seconds. What makes number 13 so dominant every time he seems to step foot on the ice?
Well, have you ever seen him in open space? Like, he can do anything he wants. And he almost had some great chances on Brouwer last night. But as we mentioned, Brouwer had a terrific night in the crease for the Jimmies. But James McGing just electric all the time. Also a great passer with a puck.
And the Illini will start right on your screen. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside for the Illini Hockey pregame show. Grant Stuve, Eric Cruikshank, James McGing, the starters. Joey Caprio, Tyler Opilka on the back end, and David Heflin assumes that role in the crease. Jamestown, a club that has only been around for 2 seasons. This is their second campaign, 2016-17, their inaugural one. What's the momentum and what's the emotion in that locker room right now, knowing that they came into a Big Pond, a very intimidating building, and they got a win?
Well, I think they know if they win tonight, that might be the biggest sweep in program history. So Jamestown along the line, the Illini looking not to get swept. We'll have the national anthem be right back here on YouTube.
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem here at the Big Pond in Champaign, Illinois. Cristiano Simonetta welcoming you Saturday Night Hockey here at the Big Pond. Stephen Cohn joins me alongside in the treehouse. It's the number 9 University of Illinois versus the number 15 University of Jamestown Jimmies. Jamestown, if you missed last night, 4-3 shootout win over the Illini. Illinois trying to even up the series.
Yeah, a lot at stake for Illinois in tonight's game, just in terms of the overall rankings here at the ACHA. We talk about conference games meaning a lot, but this is a chance to get a ranked win, to get a win over a ranked Jamestown team. That can say a lot going forward to those computer rankings when the ACHA playoff standings come out next month.
Cole McKechnie, number 13 in orange, black, and white. 15 assists, 5 goals on the season out of Calgary, Alberta. Scored the game-winning goal in the shootout, the only one out of 6 shooters in that 3-round shootout. And for Illinois, Eric Cruikshank looking to snap a small goal drought here. A couple of games, 69 career goals, looking for number 70 and maybe more tonight. He had an assist in last night's game, and we're underway here at the Big Pond. The visitors win the draw. Barron over to Browning, 6'8", 240-pound defenseman, muscles his way to the top of the center. And now to the left circle. Right point, it's Barron once more. He lets one go, and a save made by Heflin off the mask. A rebound try, and another save, and they score quickly. It's 19 seconds in. Jason Richter. And the Jimmies get the scoring started with 3 shots on goal, and the third one finally beats Heflin.
One of the things we saw last night, the beginning of each period was a very slow start for both teams. Tonight, Jamestown just attacking David Heflin at the crease, getting a few opportunities, getting Heflin out of the crease, and puts it in the back of the net.
And Jason Richter, who scored in last night's game in that second period, was the big momentum shifter. Strikes first blood for his club tonight. Illinois down by 1, only 19 seconds into the opening frame.
And Illinois goes for that change in the after one shift.
Colas tipped one forward for Ernsting at the side of the goal, was counter, but he was shoved away. As Jason Richter notches his 9th goal of the season. But the weird thing about that goal, Steven, is that the shot from Barron came in, and Richter just seemed to have as many whacks at the puck as possible. Nick Fabrini has to be shaking his head at the amount of rebound opportunities that his defense allowed in that early sequence.
Yeah, usually Illinois' defense pretty good close to the net.
Joey Rittendale, second-year captain. Now for Joe Nolan, the first-year defenseman. And the senior captain dumps it down for Colas on that home run pass. One-on-one, Tom Colas ranging back along the near side, 18:50 left in the first period. The Illini in a bit of a hole early.
And that's for a new addition, Tom Colas. Could be of the most benefits to this Illinois team out there on a breakaway.
And Destin Robinson skates in along the near side of the Illini zone. Jack Graham cancels him out. Chance Holmgren, sophomore forward, lays one up on a head for John Moskalik. It ends up going all the way into Tyson Brower. He holds on. Minute 31 into the first period, 1-0 Jimmies.
So this is maybe the first chance now for Illinois to catch their breath and realize the 91 seconds in this game. They're at a deficit, and Jamestown outplaying the Illini so far in all facets of the game. Getting more shots on David Heflin. Illinois unable to set anything up so far.
Well, on the near side, 18:25 left in the first period. The Jimmies come again along the neutral zone and dump one in cross corner. Out of the far side, it's Graham. Graham rung one up for Moskalik. Kept in there by the visitors, and wrapped back for Mark Condati. Tosses one to the near side. Drew Richter, who scored a goal in last night's game, can't get it in deep. Cameron Todd at the right point. Fakes the drive around Richter. Drops one back for Jeremy McNeil to the left point with some time out in front, and that was a pass for McElroy Scott. That missed him, and a shot from a tight angle off the chest of Heflin, and the Illini again find themselves chasing around the puck in their own zone.
Yeah, different game plan from the Jimmies tonight. Get more shots on the net.
Here's Moskalik wanting to finesse his way by Okino, and Trevor Okino. Tough to beat him, especially in last night's game. He stops that first try from Moskalik. Back out to center ice, 17:30 left in the first period. Opilka now for Neil Novosel on the left circle. Tossed one in for Evan Sabo, who was streaking to the front of the net, but that missed him. Opilka pitching it at the right point. Now here's Sabo. A couple of men went down after Novosel started a collision. And shouldering his way off Sabo was Michael Pruss. Pruss out in front, and that was tipped away by Buckley to the far side. Jamestown again with some zone time. Risky backhand pass, paid off there. Now for number 45, Trevor Paraverzov. Wanting to split through three, can't do it. It's Pruss. Back to the right point, Paraverzov fires, blocked down by Caprio, who swallowed that one up and pinches it to the far side.
It's the first shift of the game for that fourth line. What can we get from them? Can the line get anything beneficial from that fourth line? At least some PK minutes.
3:18 into the first period. Jimmy's up by 1 thanks to a goal scored from Jason Richter, 19 seconds. After the opening faceoff was dropped. Along the far side, James McGing battles for it. Wins it along the half boards. He's got some space, and Caprio at the point. Here he comes. Caprio fires off the blocker of Brower and back out to the near side. Here's McGing, senior forward. His pass was too out to handle for Nolan, who doubles back for McGing in his own zone.
I like that play, though. Try to get Joey Caprio more involved in offense.
Stretch pass, Grant Stuve may be in, but broken down there by number 6 for Jamestown. Out of the far side, as that was Graham Close, who tied the game up in the third period. Playing very well defensively, as Stuve may have had a break. Grant Stuve, Roselle, Illinois native, with a lot of speed. Back in the Jamestown zone. He flips one on, save made by Brower easily. He steers one. Now back behind the net for McGing. 15:45 left in the first. Joe Nolan steps into one, looking for a deflection. None coming. And Brower sticks that one up into the netting. 15:41 left in the first period. 1-0 Jimmies.
Illinois getting the zone time now, but their last few shots all coming from the blue line. So can they try to get anything closer to net, some more high percentage shots?
And high percentage is the MO for head coach Nick Fabrini, but they just haven't got that in the early portions of this game so far. Faceoffs are important. Both teams won 50% exactly. And Illinois wins this one. Bobby Ernsting tried to play it through a man's legs, and now onto the stick of number 19, that's Harris. Brett Harris dumping one in for himself. Joe Nolan gets bumped off. Illinois keeps the puck. David Kellner was pinched. It's kept in. Nolan had some trouble. David Kellner rescues. Goes backhand. Great pass for Nolan as Kellner seems to be slow after taking a hit. Now Kolaz along the left circle. David Kellner skating off slowly to the Illini bench. He slams his stick in frustration. And now back for Rittendale. Top of the point. Fires, and that one was wide of the blocker of Brower. And there may have been room on that side.
Illinois is just trying to fire one past Brower right now.
Nolan on the quick turnaround. Illinois back into the Jimmy zone. 14:54 left. And Moskaluk on his backhand. Protecting the puck well. Goes down low for no receiver. Cameron Todd to take. He takes a check from Richter. And the puck goes back into Brower. 14:44 left in the first.
Yeah, so we talked about those the face-offs last night. Each team won 50%, but it felt a lot of the time that they favored the Jimmies just because Illinois' play, even off a win on a face-off, not that strong.
Chance home run on the draw, lost it there. But Illinois forced a turnover, it's Moskaluk. First year forward at 6'2", really knows how to use his size and skill. A nice complement of those attributes. Now at the other end, and offsides, Jeremy McNeil threw his teammates off with that move. 14:28 left in the first.
And we did see some unforced errors last night from the Jimmies as well. And they had several offsides, even on their own power plays. So, yeah.
So that's an example of Illinois shutting down the Jimmies to the neutral zone, but the stretch passes for the visitors worked several times, especially in that third period, and the momentum really shifted after they tied up the game with Graham Close's goal. Chance homer and battling with Paraverzov. The near side corner, bottom of your screen, in the Jimmy zone. Here is Richter. A lot of space, high circle shot blocked inadvertently by Homer, and I don't think that ever got to Brower, as the first goal for Illinois last night came off a deflection from Chance Homer. It won't come on that instance. The Jimmies on the backhand. Oh, wide open Dylan Haney was almost sprung. And out of the right point. It's close. He goes cross corner, banked off a man's knee, and now back to the neutral side. Candati and the third defensive pairing for Illinois out here. A turnover at the near side point, and Drew Richter may have a one-on-one. Here he comes, left circle. Richter taking a man wide with some space, fires, went against the grain, and Brower beat him there.
Richter did that same play twice, basically going to his right from the left circle. That's how he scored the last night.
And tipped in, Charlie Salk plays it to himself to the far side. Evan Sabo, Skokie, Illinois native, the sophomore transfer from Illinois State. Out of the right point, it's Opilka. And he shoots one looking for a deflection, in and out of the glove of Brower. A shaky save there with traffic coming. Sabo out in front for Salk. That was stick checked away. And Jamestown back on it at the red line. Out of the blue line. On the backhand was Cale Bell. On the end boards, Opilka shoulders a man off. Salk takes a hit but makes a play. And dumps one out for Sabo, but it hits off a member of the Illini bench. The faceoff will stay in the Illini defensive zone. 6:58 into the first period, 1-0 Jamestown.
And the Jimmies playing faster to the puck tonight, beating the Illini to many battles, especially in the corners. But Illinois, they're just diffusing their offensive zone time, making it more difficult for the Illini to set anything up.
Face-off to the right of Heflin. Crookshank on the draw against Yee. Yee won it cleanly, now to the right point. It's Barron stepping into one, and that was blocked in the low slot. It's Caprio again. Where was the puck? The referees blow it down quickly, so Joey Caprio doing his best David Heflin impersonation, stopping those pucks and not letting them go anywhere. A whistle with 12:55 left in the first.
Yeah, back in the day, we called Joey Caprio the goalie on defense. Stops so many pucks with his body.
And he told me in the first episode of the Coast to Coast podcast that he certainly doesn't like blocking this many shots in terms of the result and the amount of bruises on his body, but that's just the role that he's grown accustomed to as a member of Illinois as we get an icing. 12:45 left in the first. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. Jason Richter's goal. 19 seconds into the first period. Only one we have so far. And when the Illini look back on that replay, Stephen, they are going to be shaking their heads in frustration, knowing that he had that much room in the low slot to just hammer away at chances. Garrett Browning now for Barron, right circle. Easily gloved by Heflin as that shot was going wide. He forces a whistle.
Yeah, especially since that goal came in the first 19 seconds of this game. And we saw a similar thing, but it went the Illini's way last Saturday night against Rochester. They also scored in the first 20 seconds.
Kyle Barron, his first appearance of the weekend, already has an assist out of Abbotsford, British Columbia. The sophomore blue liner making an impact early. He wants to become a regular in this lineup as he's played 26 games this season. So out of the lineup last night, he's good to go tonight. Eric Cruikshank gets the puck along the near side corner, the Jamestown zone, lends a hit, and Illinois back on the counter. 12:23 left in the first period. Here is Stuve on his backhand, great pass. Opilka's got some room, right circle, fires, glove save by Brower, but it popped out, and not a clean save from him, but he defuses the rebound try. 12:15 left in the first period.
How about that pass from Grant Stuve? A little turnaround. I don't know if he even saw Tower Opilka, just knew he was going to be there. Those instincts of playing together, having that chemistry there on that top line for just the top 5 most of the time.
Second line out, David Kellner, Bobby Ernsting, and Thomas Kolaz. As the center for Jamestown gets tossed, Destin Robinson comes in to take it. Bobby off the draw through a man's legs, out in front, tried to get that play working, but it's a turnover, and Jamestown with the puck. Robinson, at the bottom of your screen, closed off by Kolaz. Behind the net it goes for Ernsting. Sophomore forward, leads this Illini team with 25 points. Robinson on his backhand. Directs one into the Illini zone for Crom, Brian Crom. Ran into trouble in the form of Ernsting. Nolan and Ernsting in a 4-man dog pile, 5-man dog pile with Yee hunting for the puck, and he retrieves it. On the right circle, on his backhand, wide of the net. David Kellner gets the puck with 11:35 left in the first period.
Illinois definitely the faster team, playing really well against the boards, cutting off any opportunities for Jamestown to get around.
But Jason Richter's chance, 19 seconds into the first period. The only one to hit the twine. And Holmgren drops one for Moskalock. John has some room into the left circle. Shoots one blocked there by Todd. Wrapped around by Richter, who takes a big hit there from Phoenix McElroy Scott. The Jimmies get it out as Haney plays it forward to McElroy Scott. He toe drags, shoots one. Oh my goodness, a block there from Nolan, and that could have directed into the cage as Heflin was ranging from right to left, expecting that pass to get through. Out of the left point. Close. Down low there for Haney. Back for Close left point. Goes across a pair of Verzov. That pass was intercepted there by Nolan. Could have Richter skating through, and Drew Richter may have a chance, but pair of Verzov cuts him down beautifully to the far side. Moskalock boarded there by Close. 9:20 into the first period. 1-0 Jimmies. Jeremy McNeil, sharp outlet pass there for Haney late on his shift. Over the block eye, dumps one in cross corner, but Drew Richter almost a chance to get on a breakaway.
Yeah, a beautiful pass by Joe Nolan to set that up, but pair of Verzov, some good defense.
And some good speed too. As Paraverzov, not the smallest guy, 6'1", 190, showing those wheels to cut off Richter.
This Jamestown team, not the smallest team.
Exactly right, but they don't play like a slow team as some may expect, and maybe the Illini were expecting that, not knowing this team coming in. The fourth line trying to create some havoc. Sabo out in front, deflected. Save made there by Brower. 10:02 left in the first period as Salk let one go.
Yeah, that fourth line, we talked about it. Can they be beneficial? Can they create chances for themselves and make their time in the ice worthy? Because Illinois' top 9, their top 3 lines, excellent. They'd be the top line in most ACHA teams. So when that fourth line gets in the game, can they do some good things? And right there, a good chance.
Neil Novosel wins a draw for Jack Graham. That shot was blocked. How about a second try? Knocked down, rebound off the outside of the cage, as that was Neil Novosel, the sophomore, looking for it. 9:50 left in the first period. I believe some crowd members thought that puck was in as it hit the outside of the cage. Sabo trying to make sure one goes into the cage, and he was hauled down. Salk in a desperation attempt to try and pry the puck free from Barron, can't do it. And it's the Jimmies 2-on-3 the other way. Novosel back out to center for Sabo. He had the puck stripped off his stick, and along the red line it's Pruss. Michael Pruss out of Red Deer, Alberta. That pass onto the goal, and that one was stopped there by Heflin as a rebound try came for Crom. Luckily, it didn't get to him if you're an Illini fan, or else Jamestown would have been up 2-0 on this Saturday night edition of Illini Hockey.
And some good zone time from that fourth line, so that's higher defense and a refreshed top line for the Illini.
Bryson Yee, now to the far side. Protects to his backhand, now to his forehand. Goes down low, Opilka jumps the route. And sees Grant Stuve along the middle area. Now it's for James again, who goes near side for Cruikshank. Left wing side. Out in front for Stuve. Now here's McGing. Steps into one. He comes in and shot was blocked. And again from a bad angle. And he roofed it too high. Here's Caprio. Laying one back in. And it's McGing. Cruikshank fan on the drive. With 8:30 left in the first period, Jamestown wages war against the Illini's first line and survives. Opilka, two-way defenseman. Down low there for Stuve. Rolls off a check there from Todd. Taken down and taken down one more time. Haney comes into play with it. And now Caprio keeps the puck in as we get a whistle. Some pushing, some shoving. What else would you expect after a physical game in last night's contest? 8:15 left in the first period. We'll see if there are any minor penalties assessed.
They haven't had any penalties so far tonight, so a pretty clean game, but looks like Eric Cruikshank will be headed to the penalty box again. First Illini for his second straight night, taking some minutes.
And his will be the only one. 2 minutes for cross-checking at 11:45. Illinois killed all three Jamestown power plays. Last night, Illinois, their first chance to kill one here, but Jamestown, they can really get off on the right track if they score here. Now back at the top of the point for Haney. Far side half boards, it's back to Haney again. Okino straight away, counter, pressures him. 1-2 pass, kept in the line there by Okino after it was broken up. Buckley had the puck go through his skate. Right at the bottom of your screen, Joe Nolan pinching in. He steals it away. Nolan, this could be a short-handed breakaway for the defenseman. Ranging in, tried to fire one off, but that was knocked away by Brower. An excellent showing from speed there from Joe Nolan going coast to coast, and again, he plays defense.
Yeah. Hey, a lot of points for Joe Nolan, the freshman, so far this season.
Bobby Ernsting steals the puck and embraces a hit there from Haney. 7:30 left in the first period, 1:15 left of power play time for the Jimmies.
Yeah, so the Jamestown has made many adjustments from last night's their power play attempts last night where they weren't so successful, and Illinois was able to get actually a lot of time in the offensive zone on the PK.
To neutral ice, maybe a 3-on-2 for the Jimmies. Coming in is Cole McKechnie. McKechnie back skating well, has a man left point, it's Cameron Todd. Stepping in, he fires one, blocked down there by guess who? Joey Caprio to the right point. Kyle Barron kicks one down for McElroy Scott, and again for McKechnie behind the goal. Opilka angles one off the boards, and cleared away there by Tom Kolaz. 6:55 left in the first, 38 seconds left on Cruikshank's minor for cross-checking.
Yeah, another great defensive effort by the Illini. Not a single puck got to Heflin. It was all stopped by the defense.
And now on the red line is Richter. Rung one in around. Heflin stops it. Went backhand, now shovels it forehand to the right point. And Richter to the left point. Barron straight away, looking for traffic. And with some time, they go back to the top of the umbrella. Out of the near side circle for McElroy Scott. Richter tossed one on, and a save made there by Heflin with the left pad. 4 seconds left in the Jamestown power play. Barron to the left side. Almost exploded off the stick of Todd, but now back for McKechnie. Even strength play here. Opilka boarding up a man. It comes free for Eric Cruikshank, fresh off his minor. He's got some wheels, and he's going to use them. Cruikshank from his own zone. 1-on-3 the other way, keeps the puck. Has some troops. Back onto the ice now after a full sail change. McGing, skate the stick. Fan on the pass there for Stuve. But what an excellent example of settling down that floating puck from McGing. Now to the far side. It's going to be Homer who shoots one, and a save made by Brower. He catches the rebound. 5:43 left in the first period. Illinois, a big kill there on Cruikshank's earlier minor.
Yeah, Illinois' best feature this weekend so far has definitely been that PK, but I feel like right there, that's why that top line has to be together. Stuve, Cruikshank, and McGing. Just the electricness that they have. Cruikshank to McGing, and then almost McGing to Stuve. Right in front of that, almost a great opportunity for the Illini.
Trevor Okino out of Richmond, British Columbia. Reverses the puck there for Jamestown, and they have it back. Neutral ice, and they dump one in. Heflin out to play it. Has Nolan. Tip pass there. And now Stephen Quinn and Chance Homer along the near side with McGing. Possibly some double shifting for James McGing as David Kellner. We've not seen him since he took that earlier hit in this opening frame, but James McGing's going to relish as much ice time as he gets.
Yeah, that might also mean more Stephen Quinn tonight, who we talked about as that 13th forward that's trying to earn his time.
McGing with some speed. Holding on to it. Waiting for reinforcements. Now back to the right point. Joey Caprio catches the pass off the board. Shoots one wide to the left point. McGing will be able to keep it in. Jamestown trying to chip it in. And now Quinn out in front, and a save made by Brower. And he tried to wrap it around the right pad. Where is it? and it's still free. No stoppage there from the officials. Caprio led one through there for McGing, and Quinn checks a man, but the puck ricochets out to center ice. So an example of Stephen Quinn right on cue, getting a chance and an opportunity, but he can't beat Brower through the legs.
And most of the line can't beat Brower right now. Playing really well since that first period yesterday.
Ernsting forces a turnover, now on the near side. Down low for Kolas, backdoor pass. Too bouncy there for Opelka to settle down. He spins around a man, that was Bell. And reversed it there. McGing, still hungry, late on that shift, or excuse me, that's David Counter, so good to see him back after taking that hit. And hopefully everything's back to normal with him. Opelka down low for Kolas. As a man in the slot, it's Counter. Pass too far for him. Explodes off the stick of Caprio. And luckily Opelka was back for a chasing Cole McKechnie on the forecheck. 3:55 left in the first period. 1-0 Jimmies. Jason Richter's goal, 19 seconds in, has separated us from a scoreless game. Neil Novosel hunting the puck around the far side. He's got a man open. It's Nolan. Off his stick and back onto Novosel. It's a great move by Nolan. Creating some space. Out in front for Rittendale, and the puck bounces there for Brower. So two defensemen leading that offensive rush. And Illinois still can't come up with anything, though. 16:29 in the first period.
Yeah, I'm just wondering when the lineup will get a clean breakout and a good 2-on-1 opportunity that might allow a good goal chance. Right now, we've seen Joe Nolan a few minutes ago, but not much else from the Illini where they're getting a shot on that on the breakaway.
Offensive zone face-off for Illinois. Novosel lost it. He is going to be hounding McKechnie. Almost a turnover here. Charlie Salk regains now for Novosel and Sabo. Puck goes back below the goal line for Close. 3:15 left in the first period. Along the red line, blue line, left wing side. In the Illini zone, McKechnie drubbing one. That didn't get very far, but he gets the puck back. Now on the end boards, Richter held there by Nolan, the 6'4" defenseman, showing his strength there to push number 23 off the puck. Sabo through the middle. The pass was deflected. He'll go off for a change. 2:53 left in the first.
And the Illini just trying to really avoid the neutral zone, and they're either going for the home run ball or they're not going for anything right now.
Almost miscommunication in terms of a change there for Jamestown, but they survive it. Opelka into the far side corner. Lost that brief battle there. Caprio was eluded by Crom, and Crom comes to the puck. Now Barron shoots one, blocked there by Caprio. That's 5 shot blocks for Joey Caprio, but this one's going to be icing. He'll have to stay on the ice. 17:35 into the first period.
And that's why Caprio's so valuable. He might not be the fastest defenseman. He might not be the best scoring defenseman on the team, but he does the little things right, and especially blocking shots right now in a game where Jamestown gained a lot of chances on David Eflin. That is critical for the Illini.
Now Alan Pruss, brother of Michael, kicks one back to left point. Barron now for Browning, shoots one, blocked away by Heflin. Backhanded pass from Pruss on the stick of Cole Buckley. He's got some speed but lost the puck now for Opelka. Opelka knows his line mates have to change. Didn't get it in deep. Caprio out of the red line, drops one for Opelka, has McGing near side. Instead for Cruikshank. 120 seconds left in the first period. James McGing, some open ice, skates away to the high slot with some chances, going wide again. Out in front, oh, and a deflection there from Cruikshank just was steered wide of that left post. Stuve battling for Cruikshank. Puck is right there free in a rugby scrum. Stuve is taken down and no call. Cleared out to center and dumped back on goal, so this one will not be icing. Instead, an offensive zone face-off for the Jimmies. Grant Stuve doesn't like that play and goes up to the official. Gets in his ear about it.
And I'm watching the battle right now between Browning and Eric Cruikshank right in front of that. Very chippy between the two of them when they're both away from the puck, throwing some shoulders at each other. So I'm going to watch that for the rest of the night, see if that might grow into something a little more.
Face off to the right of Heflin. 1:36 left on the first period clock. A lot of time in this hockey game to make an impact. Cole McKechnie takes the draw against Chance Homer. Holmgren, who was 8 for 15 on draws last night, wins this one. Now to the near side for Richter. Tied up there by Todd. Jack Graham and Holmgren excavate the puck back out and eradicate it to center ice. Moskalik on the forecheck. Can't get it. And now McKechnie ladles one to the far side for Okino. On the near side or far side half boards, driving for McKechnie. Saucered one there for a wide open Harris. But too high for him. Todd, wide open left point. Okino fakes the drive. Now will shoot it. Blocked on. May have hit McKechnie's skate in the low slot, but was directed wide nonetheless. Under 60 seconds to go in the first period. Todd shakes away from Richter. Jamestown wanting that late push, deflected, and a save made there by Heflin. Richter out in front. And it is Moskaluk at the far side. He needs to get it out. Jamestown keeps it in. Mark Condati late on his shift, but they have some separation and will be able to get it out quickly.
Yeah, Moskaluk, a little chippy at the benches right now as well.
Condati threw one into the far side. Ernsting now back for Condati, who was tied up there with Cameron Todd as we get a whistle. 25.7 left in the first period. It's going to be a roughing minor, and we're not sure if it's going to be coincidental or only one man going, but Todd seems to be one of the guys heading off.
And David Heflin was already at the Illini bench to give them that 6-on-5 advantage, so good awareness by him. He's also been great tonight going laterally in the crease. Something you learned from a guy, Joe Olin, old Illinois goaltender.
Illinois to their first power play of the night. It is Cameron Todd, 2 minutes for roughing. 25 seconds left in the period. Here is Opilka, straight away for Ernsting. And Opilka to the right point, Cruikshank right circle, shoots one off a leg. Opilka and Ernsting play pitch and catch. The Effingham, Illinois native, Opilka for Cruikshank. They'll interchange with 8 seconds to go. Opilka shoots one, glove there by Browning. That one just missed. 3 seconds to go in the period. Cruikshank shoots one, deflected there by Homer, and a save made. And that'll do it. For the first period, Illinois will have 1:35 left of 5-on-4 play. But after 20 minutes, it's the Jimmies who get the scoring started, as opposed to Illinois grabbing that first goal in last night's game.
Yeah, the Jimmies definitely started where they left off last night in that third period, being the more aggressive team, and it also came out faster at the start of the period to get that goal in the first 19 seconds. But Illinois, a little hope now and a power play to start the second period.
If there's anything worrying you, if you're a member of the Illinois Fighting Illini, what if you're head coach Nick Fabrini? What are you telling your club? You're down by 1 goal, already lost a game in this series, but still 40 minutes to play, and it's only a 1-goal deficit.
Well, I think you just got to find ways to get more opportunities for yourself. Right now, Jamestown taking advantage of everything coming their way. The Illini not able to get many clean breakouts. Fix that up. I think they should get a few goals here in the second period.
Jason Richter's 9th goal of the season, only one we have so far through 20 minutes. Jamestown 1, Illinois 0 after the first period. We'll get you the first period intermission in just a couple of minutes. This has been Illini Hockey presented by YouTube.
Hi, Serena. For the first period intermission, I'm Abby Kalsto alongside Mackenzie Bach, and you're listening to Illini Hockey on YouTube Live. We got rid of our other channel. So here we are. This is my first game back this semester, and I just want to first comment on how much we've changed. Just in the past month or so that I've been away, the speed has exceedingly increased. The younger guys have all stepped up into really, really extraordinary positions. We can get into exactly who, but what kind of have you seen over the past couple weeks, over the past couple months that has really transformed the Illini into this team that is really a power force, even though we're down 1-0 right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the biggest thing I've seen is that the rookies, I mean, that's been a talking point all year. They have continued to grow into reliable players that Coach Fabrini is able to put anywhere on any line. And we've seen that all year, him changing the lines, which is usually not something that Coach Fabrini likes to do. But, I mean, even Kolas. Kolas is now on the second line, and he just started 2 weeks ago. So that shows you right there that Coach Fabrini rewards based on skill and hard work. So congrats to the rookies and for the whole Illini team, honestly, for being able to overcome just the typical obstacles of, veterans over the youth.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. Kolas has been a great, bring on to the team. Who else? Luke Forfar, he's back. This is great news. That means we really have great chance. He's scratched tonight. It's a healthy scratch with nothing to worry about. But yeah, exactly. The Illini have to be really flexible to be moving everyone around, just like the Hawks right now are going through this transformatory kind of period to figure out who's going to work best with who now that they just got a bunch of new guys, and that's what's happening here. They're trying to figure out whose skills are going to match with whose, since we lost people from last year, and it was kind of scattered for the first couple weeks, the first couple months of the season, because they were like, oh, we're missing this guy. This was a big part. We lost Pal, and then we had some injuries, but I think everyone's kind of picking up their plays, especially the younger guys. What I find absolutely incredible when we're talking more about the younger guys is the person with the second highest goals for the Illini is Joe Nolan. He's a defenseman.
Yeah, honestly, and that is huge because it just shows you how versatile this Illini hockey team is.
Absolutely, and we can see that if our defense are scoring, that's a big deal. That's what we need. That's what actually something the Hawks are missing right now is since they traded Jamestown, they've been unable to fill that gap where our defenseman scores constantly. And we don't have that problem here. We have people like Joe Nolan that can step up and they can do more than one thing. They can also defend, but they can score. We even saw Joey Caprio's trying to get into the mix.
Oh, yeah. And let's not forget about Tyler Opelka. That guy has no problem driving that puck into the offensive zone and creating great opportunities. So, I mean, yeah, the defensemen for the Illini are not a weak point at all, especially on the offense. Honestly, I'd consider them a strong point.
Absolutely, and we're talking more about the youth and how they're contributing to the team because it was almost like we're going to lose a lot of our seniors this year, a lot of our key leaders in the team, like Grant Stuve, Eric Cruikshank, James McGing, Joey Caprio, the list goes on and on. These are key people. David Heflin, huge players on the team, and what's really going great for us is we're getting these younger guys that are stepping into these leadership positions. I mean, Bobby Ernstein, he's got an A on his sweater this year. That's huge. And he's one of those guys that you're going to see. He performed really well last year, and he's going to continue to really stand out this year.
Absolutely. Any one of these Illini hockey players could take on that A on their sweater. I mean, I feel that these are all independent thinkers on the ice. They all know their role, but they're able to work with it. They're able to work with whatever Coach Fabrini, wherever he plays them. And that's so phenomenal. So you talk about us having a lot of seniors and a lot of veteran players that are going to leave this year, after this year, and you're totally correct. However, I would disagree and say that it's not going to be a problem for the Illini because I think we're going to mold into another great team next year just because of our rookies who, I mean, they don't act like rookies, and we've seen it on the ice. They have no problem taking charge, and I don't think that's going to be a problem next year.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I think at the beginning of the semester, it was a little more of a worry since we already knew these guys are guys we can count on. We know Eric Cruikshank's going to score. We know Eric Cruikshank can get the heat, the blood flowing.
Sure.
He ended up in the box this period, but that's something he does because it gets everybody going. It puts the emotion back in there. Yeah, he's going to sit for two, but it's more than that. He's putting his body into it. He's putting his everything into it, and yeah, he gets a little riled up sometimes, but this team is fast. This team is skilled. the way they skated circles around us in the first, 18 seconds they scored, that was pretty impressive. And plus, like, literally deked around Joey Caprio a few times. I was impressed by that. But this team is proving that they got the W last night. They're looking to sweep this weekend, and we have to kind of figure out what do we do differently right now. Nick Fabrini's in there. We didn't even get the stat sheet from last period because he's in there. We got to change this. We got to change this.
He's not happy, and I wouldn't be either. This Illini team, I mean, we've seen this time and time again. The Illini come out home ice, and they just start off slow. They don't act like they want it. Either they don't act like they want it, or they think it's going to be an easy win. And in saying that, honestly, next year won't be terrible in the fact that we will be losing those veteran players. Because yes, they're veteran players, but in terms of leading, they're not doing a great job this year in terms of like leading right off the puck drop.
Absolutely. You know what I think, though? I think that they're kind of taking the step back. We've taught you guys this. We've played a lot. Most of the guys they played with for at least a year now. There are a few guys that are new, like John Moskaluk and Kolaz this year, so they're kind of getting their feet warm here, but they fit right in. Just like we were saying, they're really flexible. They're ready to jump in wherever they're needed, and they've proven to be really key players. So like you said, I'm not worried about next year, but it'll be interesting to see how we fill those gaps, who takes on the new top line, you know what I mean?
Sure, and we've seen this with the Blackhawks. I mean, they just recently traded Richard Panik in order to gain more youth, to gain speed. That was why, according to Coach Q, that was why they lost against the Nashville Predators last year in the first round of the playoffs, is because they just were too slow on the puck. And we're seeing it right now with the Illini. So, I mean, I will say the second half of that first period, the Illini were starting to create more grade A chances. There was the one saucer pass from McGing to Eric Cruikshank. I believe it was with 5:45 left in the play. That was a great opportunity. Tyler Polka was doing a great job bringing it to the offensive zone, bringing it right up to the crease, actually. Yeah, just second half of the period wasn't bad, but it's like the Illini just have cold feet right when they got on the ice for the first time.
Right, what we were talking about with the Blackhawks in the fourth line when they just traded Richard Panik and they brought that new guy on, and it really got everything moving. I remember a couple games ago, fourth line pretty much scored all of the goals for that night, and that's kind of what I want to see more from our fourth line. I think our fourth line, something really special about them is they're not afraid to get frisky. They like to get heated. Adding Neil Novoselo there, he's not afraid to get in there in the paint, and they get a little frisky. But when you have a deep fourth line, that's where everything really sets in, because you're expecting the top line to come out. They're going to put their top guys out there. But it's when the fourth line is deeper than they anticipated is where we really get that chances to score.
Absolutely, and this just goes in general for any sport. When creating a team, your biggest weakness is, your biggest weakness will drag your team down, depending on how weak they are, of course. Honestly, I would rather have a team full of average players than a team with 2 or 3 superstars and a bunch of jokes. I don't know. You don't want those holes, and because the Illini are so even across the board, it makes us lethal, and teams are afraid of us. But as we're saying, if they're gonna come off the puck drop slow and just not aggressive, it's going to be a whole different ball game.
Right, I love that point that you made about how everyone is kind of talent is spread out. Last year, it was really focused on the second line. I think the second line really would stand out every game. The top line was one you could expect to hear from, but this year, I think there's great talent all across the board. He's switching everybody around because everybody has good talent that they can be used somewhere. But thank you very much for your insight. This has been your first period intermission. Cristiano and Steven will head the call in just a few minutes. This has been your Illini Hockey Intermission Report from the University of Illinois Ice Arena.
All right. Yeah. Well, I must admit, I can't explain any of these thoughts racing through my brain. It's true. closer to the stick. Swing and miss and catches mid-strike too. Baby, I'm howling for you.
Hi everybody, we welcome you back into the University of Illinois Ice Arena. Start of the second period, Illinois down by 1 goal against the University of Jamestown Jimmies. They have a power play for 1 minute and 34 seconds. I'm Cristiano. You just heard the first period intermission report presented by Abby Kalsto, Mackenzie, Bach. Stephen Cohn, my color commentator for tonight's game, alongside in the treehouse. What do you want to see off this initial power play rush from Illinois to start to the middle frame?
I want to see a chance close to the net by the Illini. So you got Cristiano, you got McGing out there right now. Can they get a good shot on goal and play a little less physical while they do it?
Jamestown clears the puck in. Heflin back for Bobby Ernsting and Tyler Opilka. 1:20 left on the minor penalty to Cameron Todd. 2 minutes for roughing. As Cruikshank twirls one in for Bobby. He goes wide. May have some chances here around the goal line play. And now in his backhand defers. On the near side, he was pressured by Bryson Yee, and he lifts one out to center ice. No shots for Illinois so far in this power play. The addition that started the second period, rather, they had 2 shots where the first period ended. Here's Opilka. Gains the line. Illinois wanting to spread out this Jamestown penalty-killing unit. Illinois had 3 goals in the power play last night's game. It's Cruikshank stepping into one, glove save there by Brower, who has been flashing the leather all weekend long, and Cruikshank can't beat him there.
But that's an easy save by Brower because the Illini aren't getting traffic in the middle of the ice. That's where Jamestown's really trying to clog it up, not allow the Illini to get in there. They're shifting really well side to side. So Illinois right now being pushed to the outside, making it difficult to get shots.
Stube won the draw, but cleared away beautifully by the Jimmies. 19 minutes exactly left in this second period, as that was Harris with the clear. 30 seconds left in the Illini's first power play of the game. It's Tom Kolas. Kolas on his backhand, staying on his feet, then going down to his knees, and Kellner plays at the left point for Nolan. He stops and starts. 17 seconds left in the main advantage. He shoots one deflected there by Kellner, but wide of the crease. And Stube rushes to one along the near side. Kolas again back to the far side. It's Richter with 7 seconds left in the Illini power play. Here's Nolan, straight away. Grant Stube steps in, shoots one through a man's skates. Off the back of the cage, it's Kellner. He overskated. Now for Richter. 5-on-5, and he shoots. Glove save there by Brower. 1 minute and 39 seconds into the second period. We're back to 5-on-5.
Paraverzov got in the way of Stuve's shot there, making it gain down on his knees. Blocked that one away, and the Illini once again not a very good power play, so they were able to score in the power play last night, not so far tonight.
Face off to the right of Brower, Novosel, Sabo, and Charlie Salk, the fourth line. Novosel, great clean win. Now for Nolan. Looking for an angle in his shot. Rittendale shoots it through the legs of Salk to the far side. Here is Salk, St. Charles, Illinois native, the sophomore. Lost the puck to the left point, kept in there by Nolan. And kept in there again, and it's shoveled back out to center. And Heflin out to play it. 2 minutes gone by in the second period, 1-0 Jimmies.
Jamestown pinching against this fourth line, trying to force them to make a mistake.
Nolan to Rittendale, up for Charlie Salk. Red line, blue line right side, and dumped it in. Sabo and Aquino battle for it. Salk around the net, takes down a man. No call there. 1 power play for each team. Joey Rittendale slides to make a block, but it comes out to center nonetheless. Nice read there by Evan Sabo. Now it's Cruikshank deking around a man. Cruikshank on his backhand, maybe a 2-on-1, and that pass was just too far for Charlie Salk, who was the trailer. And it is Nolan. Great deke at the line. Joe Nolan. How about another? How about a third? On his backhand glove there by Brower. But the rush there from Joe Nolan to split the D and the forwards of Jamestown. They didn't get the best shot from a tight angle, and it's swallowed there by Brower, 2:40 into the second.
I think you just watched Joe Nolan play. You have no idea the man was a defenseman, just the way he moves. He's like a big James McGing on the ice. But right now the Illini still can't find a way to solve Brower stopping everything in sight. Got to get some more deflections and opportunities. Shots from the point have to be imminent. If Illinois wants to tie this game. Here's McGing with some space. High slot. Now backdoor there for Opelka, but he just steered it wide. A face-off play that Illinois loves to implement, and it worked to success there, except for the result. Cole McKechnie gains the line left side, left wing. Extends his hand out to defend against Stuve. Harris now with it. Punch back to the left point, and Browning. Browning shoots one, blocked there by Caprio, but he couldn't get it out. Browning at the left point, down low there. 16:50 left in the second. Tossed on, easy save by Heflin. To the near side, it's Stuve. Chopped along the neutral zone. But you see the difference in manners of attack offensively. Jamestown throwing everything they can, no matter if it's open or not. And Illinois, perhaps a little too conservative at the point.
Yeah, Richter and Crookshank pinning each other against the board, so still something to watch out.
And McGing was beat there. Out in front, the pass was knocked down, and Opelka chips one to the far point. Paraverzov dumps it back in. Caprio on his backhand. Out of the half boards, Paraverzov once more. Knocked there by Stuve. Here's McGing. His pass was gloved there by Stuve. And chops one in. McGing almost got sent to the box there for a slash after he went off. 5-on-5 play here. Paraverzov far side. Pass hit no receiver in orange.
But with what you said, the Illini, they can't just expect to get one shot, get past Brower. It's going to take that second, third shot, kind of like the Jamestown offensive attack right now.
And here's Ernsting along the end boards. Tosses one across there for Kolas. Kolas has a man far side and since drops it for David Counter. Counter holding a Jamestown stick. He gets away with it. Now to the far side, Kolas once more. And Ernsting. Knocked along to the near side. Jack Graham pinches in, but eases off. Graham close. Nice pass. Slap shot there. Right pad save. A deceptive drive from Jamestown off the stick of Michael Pruss, who didn't play in last night's game. Let one go there, and Heflin had to be sharp.
Yeah, Heflin a little far out of the crease there, so nice save by him.
15:08 left in the second period. Puck sent along on the near side. It's David Counter. Could be a 3-on-2 for Illinois. Just onside. Here's Jack Graham. Out across there for Kolas, but his pass was blocked away by a sprawling Okino. And Kolas down low. Illinois goes for a change. As Jamestown outlets. Skating in beautifully is Bell. Throws one in at the far side. Banked along the end boards. Okino comes a pinch at the left point. 5:25 into the second period. Illinois down 1 goal. Jason Richter scored 19 seconds after the opening puck drop in period 1 as we get a hand pass. 14:27 into the second period.
Jamestown winning the battle in the neutral ice still. Illinois not getting many chances. The offensive zone playing a lot behind the net just because Jamestown's forcing them against the boards. And the Illini just have to kind of throw it across the ice. So maybe a chance now once again to implement that play off the faceoff, try to get a quick goal.
Chance home run on the draw, the left circle. Well, to the left circle of Brower, mind you. Right circle on your screen. Right wing side for Illinois. Jamestown wins the draw. Harris comes in. Takes a slash from Rittendale. Harris, shoulder there along the end boards. Puck squirts out top for Browning. And his pass is knocked in, delayed offsides. 14:06 left in the second period. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. Illinois currently shut out in this hockey game. They scored 3 goals last night, but that was not enough. As here's Rittendale with a long stretch pass from Moskowik and missed his stick. Browning hits the hash marks and an icing. 13:52 left in the second. That's what you see from Jamestown, shutting down Illinois' ability for that home run play. There's not a lot of room in the middle of the ice, and that seems very shocking as this ice is 30 feet larger and wider than an NHL rink.
Yeah, I'm going to give Cole Bell, the coach for Jamestown, first-year coach, I'll give him all the credit because he must have done scouting for what it's going to be like here to play at the Big Pond because he's done a great job getting his team ready for their first ever series here in Champaign.
Offensive zone win for the Jimmies. They win it. Todd stepping in left circle with some more time. Poked there by Homerin and kept in by McKechnie. And Homerin again with some back checking. And Rittendale shoulders McKechnie once and twice. Homerin escapes. Now to the far side. He banks one ahead for Richter. Over the stick of Jamestown.
Again.
No icing there.
Trying to go for the home run pass, but Jamestown just playing really well in neutral ice.
Pass in for Harris. Tried to play it to himself along the boards. Instead, Nolan with it. Nolan has Novosel streaking up the ice. Defers there for the safe play in Rittendale. Now for Quinn. He taps one through. Novosel with some space on the circle. Shoots one. Easy save there in the breadbasket of Brower. 13:08 left in the second period.
Novosel might have been offsides there. Might have gotten away with one. But let's see once again. The Illini playing kind of well on the faceoffs, I think, but just it's how they're playing the following seconds after they win the draw.
And we'll see it again here. Allen Pruss against Novosel. Pruss wins it cleanly. Quinn trying to steer it towards the front of the net. A rugby scrum here. And it's Buckley outletting it for Paraverzov. He escaped around Rittendale out in front. The puck is in! The pass was redirected, and Trevor Paraverzov is going to get the goal. It's 2-0 Jimmies centering the puck to the front of the net, and it finds Twine.
Centering the puck, but also just being able to get down the ice quickly and beating Joey Rittendale and getting that redirection. So now it's 2-0 the Illini, and they're in a bigger hole than they were yesterday. Never trailed yesterday, but that's a tough break for the Illini because they've had chances here in the second period to get some goals.
And the referee's talking about it briefly, but it looks like this one's going to hold up as Paraverzov's 4th goal of the season at 7:07 into the second period. So a pass from a bad angle. It's been a game of inches and a game of bounces between the Illini and the Jimmies this weekend, and the visitors have been the ones benefiting from it. Illinois trying to respond around the end boards. Browning shoved there by McGee. Wanted to center it in front for Cruikshank, now to the far side. Big hit there by Stuve trying to light his team up. And now it's McGee with some space, playing it quickly, out in front, and a backhand drive there from Stuve. Never materialized. Now it's McGee going one-on-one against Browning, trying to cause a penalty. Now Cruikshank attempted to deke around Yee, he wasn't buying it. Now along the neutral zone to the left side. Here is Crom, left circle, shoots one, blocked there. Illinois trying to catch them on a change. Saucer play for McGee. I don't think McGee's going to want to let go of this puck. He keeps at the line, loses the glove, and keeps going. Great pass there. It's Caprio on his backhand in front. Oh, and just steered wide by Colas. As we get a whistle, 12:03 left in the second period. James McGee doing it all. One goal on the weekend, and one glove on his hands, and he could still break out the moves.
That was the first time tonight, or maybe this weekend, I've seen a sense of urgency from the lineup. It was Eric Cruikshank trying to deke right there in the high slot, or James McGee trying to take himself past the blue line. Some great play from the Illini's 2 best offensive players.
They win the draw. Pilka, right point. Fumbled with it a bit. Brought it down low, and Crom was able to knock that puck back. 11:54 left in the second period. Here's Colas. Illinois got to use their speed, and they move. Here's Ernsting. Going far side here. Wrapping one around. Takes a big hit there from Todd, but keeps going. Bobby Ernsting has Colas out in front. The puck exploded off his stick. Maybe a man advantage here for the Jimmies. 3-on-2, maybe a 4-on-2. Left circle. It's Todd for Harris. Nice to the backhand. Out in front! And that pass never came to Todd. And a rebound chance. Now for Richter to the right point. McKechnie. 11:25 left in the second period. 2-0 Jimmies. It's been all orange, black, and white throughout this Saturday game. A low slot pass. Backhanded try. Opilka ties him up on the backhand, and a save made there as Harris was in the clear. And Heflin with the stop as counter knocked over McKechnie with 11:13 left in the second period. But a big stop there from Heflin as Harris found that soft area of the ice, chipped one on goal, and number 29 in orange and gray keeping his team alive. Yeah,
the Illini, when they're in offense, they keep trying to go from like the left or right point and just try to throw it around the net, throw it around the boards. But you see the Jamestown at the right point, throwing it to the low slots and trying to get those shots in front of David Heflin. Heflin having to do a lot of work to keep this a 2-goal game.
Paraverzov at the right point. Homerin picks off a pass. Chipped one ahead. No Illini in the vicinity that was able to capitalize on it. Haney dumps one in around Condati. 10:58 left in the second period. We're almost reaching the halfway point of this game, and it's 2-0 Jimmies. Skating through the middle will be Richter, but cut off beautifully.
2 straight times.
And that was number 8, Jeremy McNeil. Puck comes back for Heflin. Goes to the far side in Richter. Spinning one, can't get it in deep. Berzov kept it in. Richter slides and tips one ahead. Could be a 2-on-1 for Illinois. Holmgren drops one back for Richter. He's in the clear, moves in, and has a backdoor play. Van-Don drive there from Holmgren, and a backhanded try there from Graham. Didn't go to the back of the net. Illinois making that one too many passes instead of just firing the puck on net when they have open ice.
Yeah, I saw last night with Joey Randall as well.
And we get a whistle, an interference minor, 10:18 left in the second period.
So Illinois, they're getting those chances now too. That was a great breakaway. I thought Chance Holmgren did a great job getting it to the low slot, taking it himself. Just couldn't complete the job.
And Holmgren's going to go to the box. 2 minutes for interference and a chance for the Jimmies. So right off of an Illini chance, you end up in the sin bin.
But Jamestown playing excellent hockey on the back check. Not allowing Illinois to get any good clearances. The one breakaway they had, not able to capitalize.
Illinois wins the draw. Cruikshank for Opelka. A guy to circle on Illinois' roster, number 13, James McGing. A guy to circle on Jamestown, number 13, Cole McKechnie. 10 minutes left in the second period. It's Kyle Barron. Behind his own net, Cruikshank disrupting him momentarily. They recharge and reset. McKechnie, smooth skating, big guy, over 6 feet tall, and has the hands to finish. Now behind the net, it's McGing. He's got some speed on the far side. Nolan jumping into the play, too. This could be a 4-on-2 for Illinois. What a terrible change for the Jimmies. Here's Rittendale. Now for Nolan. His shot was blocked. Got to look out at the other end. And Nolan with a nice stick job to keep the puck alive. Man, that could have been very dangerous for Illinois, but a 4-on-2 and they can't get a shot.
Yeah, no, not one shot. That was excellent defense, though, by number 22, Kyle Barron.
But that is just bizarre as we focus on the Jamestown Jimmies power play with 9:13 left in the second period. Now to the right point. It's Aquino to the half board, stepping into one. Now down low. Look for them to spread out Illinois' penalty-killing unit by passing one low and punching it back out in the high slot. A shot there from a bad angle. Gobbled up by Heflin. 9:01 left in the second period, but it's a 4-on-2 and you go for a one-timer. Not exactly the best chance. Maybe you want those passes there because with 2 defensemen back, 2 players back, they spread out. You want to spread out with them.
It's also like a great chance to run like a 3-man weave kind of in basketball. Just kind of get some passing, misdirection. It's a 4-on-2 on the PK.
Okino fakes the drive. Now right circle. And Okino again. Bad angle shot. Tipped wide by Haney. Harris has Buckley at the right point. 23 seconds left on Holmgren's minor for interference. Goal line. Now back to the point. Okino to the right circle. Down low. Watch the backdoor play. Here it comes. It's passed, and it's brought down. And Illinois the other way. Dumped down by number 26, Kolaz, as Buckley slashed him first. Kolaz with the extra slash. No minors to either team as we're back to even strength until now. Buckley bumps into Caprio. 2 minutes interference. 11:39 into the second period. We'll have 3 seconds of 4-on-4 time, then Illinois with 1:57 of power play time.
And how's that Buckley going to the bench, trying to plead his case? They didn't do anything right now. But that's not a good penalty if you're Jamestown, especially because now you gotta go in the PK.
And this is a big chance for Illinois here, Steven. Down by 2 goals, 8 minutes left in the second period. Knowing if you get this one, it's similar to the effect that Jamestown had after they scored late in the second period of last night's game. Illinois to the power play. Here's Kellner. Now for Stuve. Tenacious forward. Now back to the far half boards. Richter straight away. Now Kolaz catches it in his skates as Nolan. Will he shoot it? No, he won't. Here's Kolaz. Illinois with a lot of time here, a lot of zone time. Looking for a perfect shot. Can they get it? Richter. Now for Kolaz out in front. Left pad saved there by Brower. And he covers it up with the blocker, unconventionally, 7:52.
Frisching and Browning throwing some punches after, almost.
And Browning has been in the middle of it all, and Thomas Kolaz as well. No matter his height disadvantage against Browning, that's a battle we'll want to watch for the rest of the weekend. Nick Fabrini holding on to this lineup right now. I'm not sure if he'll put in the gunners such as Ernsting and McGing. With a minute 31 left of power play time.
I called Cola's Crookshank there, didn't I?
I think he called counter Crookshank.
Oh, yeah, you know. It's Saturday.
There's a lot of players on the roster, Steven.
Yeah, a lot of new guys.
Counter. Now for Colas. And Nolan left point. Thomas Colas, 5 points in 4 games as a member of the Illini. Now back for Nolan. Looking for a shot. Down low, redirected just high, may have hit the crossbar. Oh, Thomas Colas looking for his first goal of the weekend. Here's Nolan. Back for Stuve, right circle. He skates in, fires one, that's blocked. Stuve, great desperation play. Nolan fires one, that one went wide. I don't think Brower ever saw it. And here's Harris the other way, 58 seconds left. A 5-on-4 time for Illinois. And Harris decides to kill some time. Spun out in front, knocked away. Counter, stretch pass here for Crookshank. Crookshank has McGing streaking. Now it's counter. And he's forced wide, and he has to double back while the Illini are changing. Here's McGing. 39 seconds left in the Illini power play. McGing walking the line. Far side for Ernsting. And McGing once again has Opilka ranging in. He's got some space. And Crookshank again. Opilka wants to interchange with Crookshank. One timer, here it comes, great save. Rebound chance, it's poked free. And now back there, and a diving play on Illinois. That's gonna be a penalty on Chance Holmgren. But right now it's Graham close on a 2-on-1 with Bryson Yee. Out in front, sliding block there from Opilka, and it touches up. 6 seconds left in the Illini power play. They'll go to the box, it's number 9 again.
First weird sequence because each time there was a power play in the final 10 seconds, the team that had the man advantage with a penalty, but that was not Chance Homer's intention. He was just trying to poke the puck away, keeping Illinois' offensive zone, get back to Crookshank, unable to do so. So now the Illini go back in the PK after 6 seconds of 4-on-4.
6:27 left in the second period, 2-0 Jimmies. And a chance for the visitors to add more. Here is Todd faking one down low to the left circle. In a minute 53 of 5-on-4 time for Jamestown. Critical kill here from Illinois. If you thought the last one was critical, this one's extra. Not on the right point. Richter. And a shot there gloved by Heflin. He's been stable. 6:07 left in the second period. One shot beat him, and that was off of Jason Richter's third chance opportunity, maybe even a fourth chance opportunity, which isn't even a phrase sometimes, but that's how many shots he had. And a pass off of a skate in front. So Heflin hasn't been the problem this weekend. Todd, left circle. And now on the near side half boards, bottom of your screen. McGing pressuring as well as Rittendale. The pass goes all the way and afar into the Jamestown zone. Kyle Barron. Illinois switches up forward groups.
And when we got a chance to watch that play during the intermission, you notice that 3 Illini stay on the weak side. They don't really attack, so it's the Illini on defense not being aware of where they have to be.
And overcommitting at the points possibly, as Nolan pressures a man along the far side. Wrapped there by counter. Kept in along the near side. Puck bounced over McKechnie's skates and launched there by Nolan. So the penalty killing for Illinois has been stellar. 3 for 3 last night, and now with a chance to go 2 for 2. If they kill off the next 47, or excuse me, 3 for 3. And a shot there, Cameron Todd had some area there, but missed the blocker side of Heflin. And back into the visitor zone will go Okino to the far side. Allen Pruss breaks through, McNeil left side. Along the half boards, hash marks, here's Haney. To the right point, Okino. And again, right circle, down low, here it comes. Great stick there by David Heflin. A play that will often go unseen to the average hockey fan, but Heflin putting his stick down and disabling that low slot pass, or else it would have been a tap-in.
One last rush for the Jimmies here on this third power play attempt of the night.
Pruss tipped it in. 4:30 left in the second period. Here is Harris for McNeil. Back to even strength. Shot from another bad angle, but it's been working for the Jimmies, so why not keep doing it? Heflin gloves that one down, 15:41 into the second period.
You just watch those 2 power plays that each team just had, and I feel like the biggest difference is that David Heflin had to stop a handful of shots during that two-man
matter the
power
quality.
play. Yeah, it doesn't matter, but they're getting shots on Danielle. On the other end, Tyson Brower, maybe 2 shots he touched during that last power play rush for the Illini.
The faceoff still in the Illini zone. Charlie Salk, backhander one ahead. Quinn with some pressure as well as Charlie. Now Novosel gains a line right wing. Doesn't have a lot of options, so he throws the puck in around. Pair of airs off. Kendati checks down a man to the far side. And now it's pair of airs off for Close. Great pass through the middle. It's Yee. Bryson Yee with 3 Illini smothering him. Along the goal line here, it's number 7 Robinson. Yee kicks one out to the right point. Now the left point. Close. Wide open chance. He slaps one and a save made by Heflin. No rebound allowed from the senior netminder. 3:42 left in the second period. Jamestown still up 2-0.
Get shots on the goaltender, and some of them are bound to go in. Illinois not making Tyson Brower work at all. Just Jamestown's defense playing great. And that's why this game's 2-0 right now.
Jamestown's been winning the draws as of late because Illinois hasn't had any rushes or any puck possession in the past 6 minutes of even strength play. And Homerin back for Rittendale. He goes home run pass. This one's going to be an easy icing as Barron reached the hash marks before Richter, so a chance for Illinois to finally break out of their own zone, but they're headed 194 feet back.
Well, it's been an awfully weird 6 minutes here, I think, in the second period because you had 3 consecutive power plays. So the Illini, how do they respond now at even strength?
Here is Drew Richter with John Moskaluk. Richter dives, looking for a chance. Wanted a penalty, but didn't get one. And here's Homer along the near side. How will he respond after taking 2 consecutive minors? He bumps Browning along the boards. But Jamestown with an easy out. Illinois' forecheck not as sharp as Jamestown's has been. This is Nolan calming down a bouncing puck. Moskaluk now for Homer. Homer canceled out there by Barron. McGing keeps it. Out in front, tip to the right point for Rittendale. Rittendale down low. McGing's stick is being held, but he gets it for Moskaluk. Along the far side corner, nice pass there, McGing. And that pass was along the cross corner for Joey Rittendale, as he didn't want to pinch to reach that. Nolan, great pass outlet. Stuve cuts to the middle. Here's McGing. Now for Stuve. McGing, one more pass ahead, and a save made there by Brower as Cruikshank was tied up on his stick. Would you rather have McGing on his backhand maybe fire that one off?
No, I thought that was definitely the way to go because McGing's momentum was taking him toward the net. And he had that chance there just to maybe put one on his backhand and go past the left side of Brower, but instead he did the one extra pass again. So maybe these guys are a little too unselfish sometimes trying to look for the extra pass.
McGing and Stuve with some nice work, and Stuve dropped one back for McGing through the low circles, and McGing, who scored in last night's game, you have to have confidence. Maybe it's a matter of Illinois doubting themselves offensively after being stifled by a goaltender, as Brower has done to them this weekend. Along the near side, dumped in. Awkward carom off the outside of the cage. Caprio steers one to the near side. Opilka beat there by number 19, Harris. He has a man at the right point. Drive there, looking for McKechnie in front. Never reached Heflin. 2:09 left in the second period. Still can't get it deep. Harris goes along the end boards, right behind Heflin. Caprio on his backhand does his job and plays it up for Cruikshank. Could be a 3-on-2 for Illinois. A poor change again. Here's McGing. Out in front, tip, save, rebound, off the cage, and off the post, out in front, and the net has been dislodged. Stuve with that second whack at it, off the near side post. Illinois can't buy a goal.
One will start going the Illini's way. Oh my, and the net dislodged for the 3rd time tonight. I guess 6 again, by the way, so just for what it's worth.
What we see, 5 last night?
Yeah, 5.
But man, Grant Stuve, that first tip drive saved by Brower, and he was falling away, mind you, a fadeaway wrister, and just beat by the iron. Here's counter now for Kolas. May want to wrap this one in, and he gets denied by the left pad of Brower with 1:44 left in the second period. Unbelievable extension there as Kolas fought through 3 and couldn't get it across the red line.
Hey, Tyson Brower is having a great night. 2 terrible changes by the Jimmies.
Oh, man, that was just...
They've allowed 1- and 2-man advantages for the Illini, and Tyson Brower is doing his job.
Ernsting intentionally lost the puck. Now it's Tottle on the far side for Robinson. 1:40 left in the second period. Illinois may want to start pinching here as they're down by 2 with another set of 20 looming. Heflin now for Kolas, and Kolas again has had a terrific game offensively. Hasn't been able to hit the back of the net, but the chances have been plentiful. Now back in the Illini zone. It's Ernsting with Crom on him. He sends it to an open side in Nolan. Nolan has Ernsting far side. Great pass right on his tape. Bobby, stick check beautifully by Garrett Browning, who leads the rush the other way for the Jimmies. 67 seconds left in the second. Browning down low for McElroy Scott to the far side. That pass hits no receiver, no intended target necessarily, but Browning comes to the left point, along the near side. Back for McElroy Scott. And Crom fighting for it. He retrieves it, now back. Wide open play for Haney. He shoots one. That one's blocked. Where is it? It's in the paraphernalia there of Ernsting. And Charlie Salk retrieves and knocks one along the near side for Sabo streaking in. Rittendale dumps the puck back in. Here's Novacell. He fan on the drive, has Salk out in front, and that one was poked. The captain keeps it alive and chops one for Caprio. 20 seconds left. Novacell looking for Salk. He was canceled out by McElroy Scott. Illinois still with the puck with 13 seconds left in the second. Barron off the outside of the cage. It's Browning late on his shift. Novacell creates a turnover. Out in front for Caprio. Shoots one wide of the net. Backhanded and steered by Sabo, and we get a whistle. 1.3 left in the second period. Excuse me. Heflin comes off for the extra attacker with 1.3 left in the second for a face-off play. Still enough time for Illinois, but they would have to win the draw cleaner and get a shot off.
I don't really know what to make of the Illini in the last few minutes. It's kind of tough.
Well, you know the expression organized chaos?
Yeah.
This is just chaos.
Ah, yeah.
There's no synergy. It seems like they're thinking one step ahead as we get this face-off. Shot off the draw, blocked by Yee. And through 40 minutes, the Jimmies have shut out Illinois at home 2-0 after 20. Plus 20. It's 40.
40.
I was never a math major, Steven.
Yeah, it's okay. But, you know, I did not expect this result so far through 2 periods. I thought the Illini would come out with a better game plan than they did last night, trying to find a way to attack the Jamestown defense. I feel like Jamestown's defense playing better tonight than they did in Friday night's game. It's like that whole overtime period's been this entire game.
And really, since the point where Jamestown tied the game in the third period with Graham Close's goal, it's been all Jamestown. Illinois being outplayed on their own ice against a team that is foreign to this type of ice surface. Illinois was able to practice all week, prepare for Jamestown, but it's the visitors with their preparation, led by head coach Cole Bell. It's been an excellent showing from the team in orange, black, and white. And
if Tyson Brower doesn't let up a few goals here in the third period, it's over for the Illini. I don't think it matters what Jamestown's defense is doing right now. Tyson Brower, maybe the best goaltender, maybe the best goaltending night we've seen all season long here at the Big Ponds.
All right, a pick to click for the third period from the Illini. Stephen Cohn, what do you got?
James McGing for his second straight night. He's going to score a goal.
All right, we'll see if number 13 can break through. For right now, 2-0 Jamestown. After 40 minutes, you'll get the second period intermission. Just a couple of minutes. This has been the Illini Hockey second period presented by YouTube.
Did you stand there all alone? Oh, I cannot explain what's going down. I can see you standing next to me, in and out, somewhere else right now. You sigh, look away. I can see it clear as day. Close your eyes, so afraid. Hide behind that baby face. Do 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 do. You can drive all night, looking for the answers in the. Back to the street where we began, feeling as good as all.
Reporting live from the University of Illinois Ice Arena for the second period intermission, I'm Abby Kalsto alongside Mackenzie Bach, and you are listening to Illini Hockey on YouTube Live. Well, not going to lie, Mackenzie, it's been a pretty disappointing second period. The Illini really can't get anything going, but I mean, I can't say that they're not trying. They're trying everything they can. I mean, but we have to kind of think about this. When the season started for the Hawks, too, they had a bunch of new guys in a bunch of new places, and they really couldn't get the ball rolling. They couldn't get anything going, and now the lines are kind of starting to fall in place. All the new guys are kind of on the fourth line, and I think that's what it's going to take for us right now. It's going to take some time for everybody to kind of build up that understanding of each other, because you can see that relationship in the first line, of course, because the guys have been playing together. The seniors have been playing together for years now. But all the other lines, I think it's going to take a little time for them to, get in their place. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, absolutely. You mentioned it. It was a disappointing period, but honestly, I think that the Illini did much better in terms of coming off and just getting out the gate early. We saw at the beginning of the period, Joe Nolan deking through three defensemen to get to the front of the net and create a grade A opportunity. Sadly, it did not go in, and the opportunities that were to come for the rest of the period did not go in as well. So unlucky in terms of getting the puck in the net, but we've been creating much more opportunities. Do I think that the Illini are playing their best? Absolutely not. I think that we're not playing like we wanted. Right? Frankly, the Jamestown Jimmies are playing like this is a playoff game, and honestly, I think that the Illini should come into every game playing like that, but they have not been doing that. I mean, in these past two periods. So.
Right, I think something the Illini, they continue to do this, and they're this kind of team where they come out and they look at the rankings and they're really prepared for that seed. Whether they're the 5th or the 12th, they come out and they start the game with that kind of attitude, which is where they kind of fall short a lot. They start playing for the 5th seed team. They're going to throw everything out there, or they start playing for that 12th, and you can really see that talent, because then they're like, oh, I really have to step it up because we're losing. And that's what's it's too late when they realize it.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, actually. And it's unfortunate, especially for guys like David Heflin, who, I mean, every night I think he's playing to his best abilities. He's a superstar. And, I mean, he's still keeping the Illini in this game here, just 2-0. As we have mentioned many times before, that is the most dangerous lead in hockey. 2 goals.
Exactly. It's almost as bad as up by 3. It's almost that bad, but it's the morale thing where this is really getting in their heads. But talking about somebody that's really been a full force in this game, star of the game, their goalie, Brower. Look at the guy. He puts a stick down, done, defeated. I've seen our top line have so many chances between Eric Cruikshank, James McGain. They really put themselves in that position, but they're always just shut down. Kolas had great scoring opportunities that period, and still he blocked them out. He was rolling all over the place, but nothing went in.
Yeah, absolutely. Brower, has been doing a phenomenal job. But I think he's very beatable, and we've seen it on the opportunities we've had. Just in the last 3 minutes of that period, we saw two grade A opportunities by the top line, McGing, Stuve, and Cruikshank. I mean, there were 2 rushes where they had an odd man rush, and they just had 1 pass too many. And like Cristiano was mentioning earlier, is it a personal thing? Do they not have the faith in themselves that they can put the puck in the net, or are they just being humble and trying to give the puck to someone else to get the goal? I don't know, but we've had too many great opportunities, and most of the time it's just been 1 pass too many that has resulted in this 2-0 score.
Right, like what you were saying, I don't think that it's a humble thing. Those are the kind of guys that are going to throw their bodies into it, like Joey Caprio, Eric Cruikshank. They really put their bodies, their minds, everything in there, which is why they're great leaders in this team. And I don't think they would give up a scoring opportunity with a team like this especially. They're going to jump in, do everything they possibly can to score. Going off of that, we have to change how we're shooting on this goalie. And I think he plays really well low. But if we could get some slap shots in there, and I always like to say that our problem is we don't go in. We aren't inside playing. But honestly, I think with this defense team and with this goalie, I think it'd be best to play on the outside. They need to be top shelf goals right over his head. He plays really low on the ground. But I think if we can get those over his head, we could get some scoring opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see why not. It seems like all night we have been shooting from the blue line. And, I mean, we haven't seen many opportunities from the blue line, but there have been times where, and the opportunities we saw at the very end of that period were only just because we had odd man rushes. Other than that, though, yes, I think we do struggle getting to that center lane and getting in front of the net. And that's been something that the Illini have been struggling with all year. But if we can get a guy in front of the net to possibly get rebound opportunities from shots by the defenseman at the blue line, this could be a whole different game.
And like we said, since we're down 2-0 and we're a great team, they're a great team, but they're beating us to the net right now. What do you think are some things that we're going to have to change going into the third so that we can stop this sweep from Jamestown? Yeah,
they're a great team, but I think we're a better team, and the rankings would say otherwise. But in order to come back from this 2-0 deficit, I think the Illini needs to start attacking the puck, playing like they want it. I mean, last night we lost in a shootout, 4-3. That's got to sting. That was in front of their home crowd. They got to play like they want it. It seems like they don't care anymore. And frankly, I don't believe that they feel that way. But that's what we're seeing right now. That's the appearance that they're giving off to these fans. All of these fans right now who are still cheering with all of their hearts in this game want to see the Illini come up with a win. So be aggressive on the puck. Do a better job entering the zone. I've seen the most success just off odd man rushes, which that's only natural. But I think in order to create more get in the offensive zone more, they just need to be more crisp with their passes, and they just can't be dropping passes anymore.
Right, and I think something that'd be really great for this team, especially, is if each guy kind of chose a guy that they're going to watch. When they get into when we hit the defensive, each guy needs to choose a guy and stay on that guy, which is what I saw our top line do, and I was really impressed by that because they didn't have any opportunity to even get it to the net when they chose a guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They have great on ice. They see the whole ice. They're not very closed off, and that's what the Jamestown Jimmies have been doing. Every time someone would get the puck, there would always be another man that they could pass laterally to, just to avoid a big hit or a turnover.
Right, and I think honestly the biggest thing for our team right now, it's going to be time, and as that chemistry grows on each line, we're going to see more and more scoring. Right now we have so many people, so many different places, and like you were saying earlier, we have talent spread all over the board. Absolutely. It's just they have to learn how to work together on those lines in that way to capitalize on that opportunity.
Absolutely, agree 100%.
Well, as we're coming down to the end of this intermission, who do you think is for the Illini, who's gonna score next period?
Ooh, good question. Normally I would say Kolas, just because he's the new player. He's been doing a great job, so why not? But honestly, I would say McGing. McGing's been working the ice all game. Created multiple great opportunities, but just hasn't come out yet. I think that if he can just hold on to the puck for a little longer, and I think he could get a few passes off, but if he would just, if he would stop passing the puck too much, and if he would just start taking shots on his own, I think that he could come up with one.
Well, you stole mine, so I'm going to have to choose someone else, which is not hard because everybody's awesome. But I'm going to go with Joe Nolan. He's our second scoring defenseman and second scoring overall. I'm sorry, he's our first scoring defenseman and our second overall. I think he's gonna do exactly what I said. He's gonna slap shot it right top shelf past Brower, and we're gonna get on the board.
Jeez, that's pretty specific.
Well, thank you very much for your insight. I'm Abby Kalsto alongside Mackenzie, Bach, and Cristiano and Stephen will have the call in just a few moments. This has been your Illini Hockey Intermission Report from the University of Illinois Ice Arena.
And nothing like my punch drunk kiss. I know you need it. Do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the wine. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Until we feel alright. Until we feel alright. Deep through the bay, catch the shark, bleed the water red. 50 words for murder, and I'm every one of them. My touch is black and poisonous, and nothing like my punch drunk kiss. I know you need it. Do you feel it? Drink the water, drink the wine. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Tonight we are victorious. Champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. Tonight we are victorious. Champagne pouring over us. All my friends were glorious. Tonight we are victorious. Oh, we gotta turn up the crazy. Living like a washed up celebrity. Shooting fireworks like it's the 4th of July. Until we feel alright. Until we feel alright.
And hi, everybody. We welcome you back into the Big Pond here in Champaign, Illinois for the start of the third period between the University of Illinois Fighting Illini and the University of Jamestown Jimmies. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside the treehouse up above the Big Pond. 2-0 Jimmies. Illinois, now a lot of momentum. They're going to have to crank it up sooner or later or else they're going to be swept after 60 minutes.
I don't mean to break a little secret to our listeners at home, but I was one of the people running the Twitter account today, and before the game I tweeted hockey, 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 hockey tonight at 7 o'clock, and feeling right now that was the most excitement that we've seen so far tonight in this game. The Illini have to bring that they have to show a love for hockey here in this third period if they want to come away with a victory.
And we get underway here to start this final frame of regulation. Will it be the final period in general this weekend? Opilka with a drive save made there by Brower. So already some steps being taken. More pucks to the front of the net. The Illini get a shot in the first 15 seconds of the third period. 2-0 Jimmies. And as Stephen Cohn alluded to, you can follow us on Twitter at Illini Hockey or follow the official Illini Hockey Facebook page or our YouTube channel. 200 plus subscribers. something we didn't really envision when we made the broadcast.
You can listen to the new podcast that we got going, Coast to Coast. Good stuff, I heard. Really good.
Meanwhile, on the ice, 19:34 left in the third period. Back behind the net, Brower tips it there for number 22, Kyle Barron. His first game of the weekend, and he's looked like he's played against the Illini this entire weekend simply because he has adapted so well to how Illinois has played in this Saturday night edition of Illini hockey. But nonetheless, it's Crookshank dropping one from a game. Puck squirts free for Crookshank. He may have a chance on the backhand, and he just missed wide as that was a fan drive. And Brower was committing to his blocker side as this will be icing. Illinois ramping up that pressure 58 seconds into the third period, and Heflin hasn't seen any action.
Yeah, that's the kind of offense the line need to play. Just get pucks to that to Brower. But I don't think the line has started pitching yet if they go on defense. You just got to keep playing your offensive game. 19 minutes left. It's only a 2-goal game.
Exactly. We've seen 2-goal leads evaporate like that. Case in point, Illinois last night. Of course, this will have to be done in one period. And the referees talking about the exact number of personnel coming out for the faceoff. We may see a timeout here too. 19:02 left in the third period. Nonetheless, it's a stoppage. Second line coming out for head coach Nick Fabrini.
And one thing I'd like to see throughout this weekend, and we talked about Jamestown being a young program, I feel like they're the type of team that can compete in a league like the CSCHL. They're built. They got a few scorers, play very physical defense. They got a great goaltender. Jamestown's the type of team that Illini will see the rest of this season except for the Illinois State series in 2 weeks. And they got to show something in this third period because if they fall behind against CSCHL teams, it's also going to be tough to come back.
19 minutes left in this third period. Illinois down 2. In danger of being swept at home for the second time this season. They were swept by Iowa State, but in both those games against Iowa State, they were close right until the final buzzer. Last night's game had to be decided in a shootout. But right now, Jamestown has been the team pushing the pace offensively and just destroying Illinois defensively, because when you try these one-on-one moves like Ernsting and McGing, you're not always going to win a lot of them defensively, mind you. But Jamestown has been doing just that. Garrett Browning's been a guy who stuck out to me. Trevor Aquino as well. But what about Trevor Paraverzov? Gets that second goal for Jamestown tonight. Offense from the back end. Tyler Opilka had 2 assists last night. But other than that, the Illini defense has not been as successful offensively as they have been in the past season.
Yeah, and I feel like Browning's been maybe not the most offensively skilled defenseman, but he's been playing great on offense. He's such a big body that Illini don't really have much they can put on him. Doing a great job moving the puck, especially in the corners.
We haven't seen Illinois face a team this big in quite some time. Ohio's a good comparison. Lindenwood also a good comparison, but they don't have those guys at 6'5 plus that can move. Maybe they boast one of them, but it seems like Jamestown, in their second season, has a great crop of blue liners that can move the puck and can beat you off of it. Action set to resume to the right of Brower, 58 seconds in the third period once again. And we'll see as Cameron Todd gets sent to the bench. It was off and icing, so a nice bit of deception from the Jimmies, but the officials get this one right. Wow, that is a smart move from Colbell. I mean, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I think that's the expression. Now back for Joe
I think Bill
Nolan.
Belichick
I was
knows
going to say
about
the
that,
same thing.
Yeah.
Here is Nolan, shoots one off the stick blade of Brower and back in. A nice little jab at the Patriots. And a whistle at 1:06.
Hopefully the Jaguars get a few jabs at the Patriots tomorrow.
Or they don't.
I don't know. Hey, don't pick sides. Come on. I know you're a big Patriots fan. I know you love Tom Brady.
I'm going to be objective about hockey, not so much about
Okay, go Jags. 24-14 tomorrow.
Number 24 for Illinois, Bobby Ernsting. Nice. That's what they call in the broadcasting industry a segue.
Oh, okay.
2-0 Illinois. Or, excuse me, 2-0 Jamestown. We're all over the place here. Let's get back to it. 18:37 left in the third period. The Jimmies at their own blue line, dumped in there by Crom. That goes out of play. So 1 minute and 30 seconds into the third period, we've had about 7 whistles.
And I think Ross Lipick actually gloved that one on the bench.
That's a save.
Yeah, but hey, Ross Libick back on the bench tonight. We've seen Jake Barnhart as of late as Ross Libick working on a lower body injury. Good to see him back in pads, ready to go if need be tonight.
Holmgren on the draw against McKechnie. And McKechnie wins it as Harris is hit there by the captain. Puck sent in for Heflin. Grabs one for Richter. That's Jason Richter, not the Illini's Drew Richter. Fighting against Joe Nolan. Top of your screen, far side corner, it's McKechnie. Bump by Nolan. Puck is kept there by Bell, trying to power move and a right pad save or a left pad save there from Heflin. With Richter out in front as well as McKechnie. 23 and 13 for Jamestown have been the guys, and they've had a plethora of offensive opportunities. Here's Moskalik, nice pass for Richter. Richter with Holmgren out in front, and he just couldn't get his stick down. The right-handed shot from Holmgren had to go low for that one knee chance, but didn't get enough on it. 17:40 left in the third period. Wrapped in there by the Jimmies. Here is Holmgren, takes a check, and stolen away there by the visitors. Paraverzov, one hand on the stick, gets the puck forward. Heflin for Holmgren and Opelka. Turnover here, watch out for the high slot trailer. Backhander there from Paraverzov, save made, and sent away by Heflin. Moskalik again can't get it out. Richter gets deked around. And tossed back in. While they're changing, Jamestown is able to keep the puck as this is Michael Pruss. Holmgren intercepted. Now for Moskalik, has Stuve up ahead, and John Moskalik 3 times can't get the puck out. Holmgren will, as he will sky hook it to center.
Jamestown's so active with their stick, especially in the offensive zone.
McElroy Scott the other way. Stuve goes skate the stick, turned it over to Paraverzov, gets dumped. Paraverzov now for McNeil, back in front for McElroy Scott, sends one on and a block there by Capper. He's got about 7. 16:39 left in the third period. Not a power play for Jamestown, certainly feels that way. McNeil, right side for Todd, shoots, save made there by Heflin, and the rebound was very dangerous coming to Opelka, and Heflin wasn't able to track it. Oh, and McGing with a reverse hit to knock a man down, but kept it at the right point. Cruikshank checks a man down, and that was Paraverzov struggling to gain his footing. Time ticking off that clock. Now it's Stuve for Opelka. Dekes around a man, a nice move. Tyler Opelka right circle with some time. Oh, what a save there by Brower off the blocker as he went on that far side against the grain. And Kendati will recover for Illinois.
You said it felt like a power play for Jamestown. Illinois just unable to clear it, and then finally get a chance on a miss by Tyler Opelka.
And a icing was to come, but Tyson Brower went to play that puck, so this will not be an icing. An inadvertent whistle. 15:56 left in the third period. You can see the Illini's confusion. The puck actually should be in the neutral zone, and that's where it's going to be. So a good eye from the officials, accidentally blowing that one down, because if the goaltender goes to play that puck outside the crease, it is immediately negated as icing.
Yeah, so the line catch a break there.
As Kendati did not gain the red line.
Can't do anything with it.
15:45 left in the third period. Kendati to the far side, now Kellner. This can be the line to spark Illinois' offense. It's Kolas now for Ernsting through the middle, a backhand pass. Kolas comes to it. And now a shot from Graham. That one was wide. Jack Graham getting involved, the third line defensive pairing for Illinois. Getting a big shift in the third period. Okino. Pass out to the middle. Comes free for Kendati. Late on his shift. Gains the line. He's bumped there by Robinson. And back onto the stick of Okino. With 15:10 left in the third period. 2-line pass, kicked there by Nolan. Nice deke move there from Salk. Salk has Evan Sabo left circle, fires, save made. Rebound try there for Salk, he couldn't get to it. Sabo sends it toward the net, and another stop. Maybe some interference there from Okino on Salk. No call nonetheless. Fourth line creating some havoc. Big hit there as Novosel was crushed. Sabo keeps going for Illinois. And Novosel for Sabo behind the net. Nolan left side, here he is. Fakes the drive, interchanges there with Rittendale. Right point to left point, it's the captain. Backhanded one for Salk. Salk for Nolan, right point, has Novosel out in front. Here comes the shot, deflected. It's broken down before it ever reached the cage. Sabo, now for Nolan. One-on-one towards the middle area. Nolan's shot was blocked by Harris, and again tossed down.
How's that for the energy from the fourth line, just getting these shots on Brower, especially Evan Sabo?
Well, they call the fourth line the energy line. It's Sabo providing more, and a tired group of Jimmies despite the near change. And they get it out. Harris, one-on-one Richter, and that's Rittendale. He goes wide on the captain, spinning one out in front, and a backhand save there by Heflin. That became very interesting as those two passes connected. But it's Rittendale for Novacell. Sabo had the puck on his back skate, quickly taken away by McElroy Scott with 13:45 left to go in the third. 2-0 Jimmies. Rittendale cleaned out. Along the near side. Sabo on a lengthy shift. Barron with a shot at the right point. And the puck is bounced up into the air off the skate of Nolan. And Holmgren knocks a man down. That was Barron. And Sabo grimacing a bit as he heads to the bench. 6 minutes and 40 seconds into the third.
Physicality heating up now. Maybe the line do try to start to pinch and try to force something go another way.
And Holmgren on a mission here to take out his man and does so. That was McNeil. Nice move there by Rittendale. Here is Drew Richter going wide. Has a lot of speed. Here he comes. He could be trying the old wrap play, and he will be doing so. Drops one there for Joey Caprio with some room. Shot there, glove by Brower, as that was through a pair. 12:59 left in the third period. The shots coming from Illinois' point not being deflected and not hard enough to create a rebound for Brower.
Yeah, Richter ran out of real estate there as he went around. Had to pass it off for Caprio. And Caprio, there was traffic in front of the net. You got the shot elevated maybe to try to get that rebound, that redeflect. Couldn't get anything going, so the Illini still can't catch a break, and they've been out 47 minutes scoreless tonight against Tyson Brower.
And scoreless since the second period of last night's game. Moskala almost created a turnover. Alan Pruss off the boards and high, no icing, as his brother, Michael Pruss, able to negate icing around Caprio.
They're twins.
They really do look identical, and we were wondering, well,
are they?
Why they've got the same last name. I mean, I thought it was a miscue posted by whoever was running Jamestown's roster.
They're the same height and same weight.
And they played on the same junior team. Nice move by Richter, but he is bumped there by Paraversov along the end boards. 12:23 left in the third. Cleared away by the Jimmies. Caught there by Opilka and reversed. It is Cruikshank stopping and starting. Gains the red line and pushed further back as he's dumped to the ice. And now it's Opilka. Time ticking off that clock for Illinois, and the ferocious forechecking of Jamestown. The Illini have to get the puck out quickly. And it gets sent down. Barron across for Browning. Along the half boards, Cruikshank checking Yee. And Robinson could have a one-on-one here. Opilka beats him in a near race. Stuve back for Nolan.
A risky play by Opilka doesn't get to that. It's Robinson all the way to Heflin.
Illinois on the change. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. 2-0 Jimmies. It was Jamestown jumping out 19 seconds into the third period. Into the first period, excuse me. 11:26 left in the third period now. 2-0, and we get a whistle.
That puck bounced into the stands, and some fans almost got hit there. They're still in shock. Hope everyone's okay.
Well, if you remember from last weekend, you were not here. Rochester assistant coach was actually struck with a puck on the bench. So you always have to be alert in these type of games. Hockey's a very fast sport. Deflections happen, ricochets happen. But fans okay right below us as we get set back underway. Kellner for Kolaz and Kellner again. They play pitch and catch. Todd with a nice read and knocks it along the near side. Held up there along the end boards, Kellner and Todd. 2 straight plays from Cameron Todd, and that's the difference tonight between Jamestown and Illinois. Winning the puck battles. Richter around the net, looking to add more. That pass was knocked away. Now the left point, it's Okino. Okino looking for deflection. It came on, and a save made. A rebound try. Nice skate to stick move there from Nolan, or else that would have been a 3-0 game for Jamestown. Maybe a wide open rebound, and now a turnover. Kolaz cutting off Richter, but he couldn't get the job fully done, and Harris dumps one in.
Yeah, another chance for the Illini to get a breakaway, but Jamestown's active sticks on defense defused the opportunity.
Charlie Salker on the far side, half boards, goes up with it. Glove down there by Close. It's going to be a hand pass. And 10:23 left in the third period. 2-0 Illinois, and I'm not sure what's going to be able to jumpstart this Illinois offense, which was very high potent in the past couple of weeks. They scored 14 goals against Rochester College over 2 games, but Right now it's a Jamestown Jimmies demolishing them in their own rink.
Well, the 4-on-2 and the 3-on-2 didn't jump started, so I don't know what will.
Maybe a power play, but we've been at 5-on-5 this entire third period. Here's Opelka. His teammates yell wheels. He starts skating above and peeling away at the hash marks, excuse me, and that pass was knocked down.
Yeah, just trying to force something in there to the middle of the ice.
Pair of airs off to the far side as McElroy Scott the left point and hits him. He has Barron right point. Instead fakes the drive, moves in, shoots. That was blocked away by Novacell. 9:50 to go in the third period. Here's Neal. Evan Sabo gets crushed there by Paraverzov, and it's dumped back down into the netting. So a face-off will come to the neutral ice. 9:41 left in the third period. Illinois down 2 goals. We're not getting to that full panic mode yet, but if you're head coach Nick Fabrini, you've got to be on a short leash with your defensemen and how long it will be until they can start pinching actively. But a big face-off win from Jamestown. They have controlled the dot all night. And a 2-line pass hits no receiver. Will Nolan be able to get to the puck? He will. And an icing, 10:30 in the third period. 2-0 Jamestown. Sounding like a broken record, Stephen, but if Illinois is unable to come up with a miraculous comeback, what do you take away from this weekend?
Well, I take away first that Jamestown is a great up-and-coming program here in the ACHA Division I. But the fact that Illinois can't just expect that they're going to beat an opponent just because they've never heard of them.
Or because of their ranking. A lower-ranked team at number 15, but 9-15 in the ACHA, that
second-round matchup.
Use. Exactly, and this could be a 2-on-1. Alan Pruss, right circle. Great pass across on the backhand. Diffused there by Joe Nolan. So an example of Illinois perhaps gaining some momentum here. Richter winds it up. Could be a 3-on-2 for the home squad. Richter moving in. Fires one, save made there by Brower. As this is Nolan. Drops it for Holmgren. Out in front. Stick save there by Brower to the far side. And Caprio shakes off a man with some space. Maybe time. Tip play at the side of the goal, and that one was wide. And here is Stuve with 8:40 left in the third.
Another chance for the lineup, but the ball ricochets over to the boards. Everything slows down.
Here's Stuve, lost an edge. As here is Cruikshank. Going around his own net, near side, bottom of your screen, taking Crom wide. And now going inside, but he was diffused there by Todd, and it's going to be a high stick. 11:42 in the third period, still 2-0 Jimmies, but an offensive zone faceoff for Illinois. You may like to see some line jumbling from Nick Fabrini, getting guys that are more offensive out on the ice on the back end, maybe combining Jack Graham in the top 4 to see what can be done.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to see right now. Jack Graham, well, not yet. Still a third-line defensive pairing out there with Kendati and Graham.
But a face-off win by Bryson Yee as Cruikshank was bumped down and dumped in by Jamestown. That's what they're going to do the entire third period because they have a 2-goal lead. It's not a 1-goal lead, which will be much different to hang back on. But they know that Illinois has got to get 2 strikes in the next 8 minutes after they've been shut out for 52. And Cruikshank, red line, blue line, left side. Saucers one, home run pass for Stuve, and his backhand was wide. As the alley-oop play worked a succession there, and that's what worked last night. But Okino skating away behind his own net. And he dumps one. And Graham defending well on the near side corner. Richter gets taken down. That's going to be a penalty on Graham with 7:33 left in the third period. Not what Illinois wants, and a chance for Jamestown to put away the game.
I thought Graham should have cut him off here on the boards and got on the puck the first time. Now let him go to the corner. That continued that play, and that ends up with a penalty for him.
Head coach Nick Fabrini once told me a couple of years ago that he should never expect to be swept on a weekend at home, knowing that they have this wide ice surface and they have been so successful over the past 6 years of his tenure. And he's really stuck to that notion, but Illinois in danger of that. 7:33 left, and they have to kill 2 minutes of Jack Graham's minor for tripping.
A non-conference series nonetheless.
We'd have to go back into the record books to see when the last time that was, because the 2 times that they have been swept at home in the past 3 seasons came against Iowa State, a divisional opponent.
Yeah, usually when Illinois brings non-conference opponents to the big bonds, they're not ranked top 15. They're usually Michigan State, Indiana, Illinois State, some cupcake opponents.
And perhaps the weekend against Rochester caused the team to play down to competition. And Jamestown, not saying that they're down by any means, because they have been a formidable foe and one that's going to be tough to beat come February and March. Now to the left circle, trying to add for more. Fake slap shot, moving in, high over Heflin's blocker. Here's McNeil. To the right point, Okino and McNeil. Down low for a stuff chance, blocked away there by the captain as McNeil retrieves. Holding on to it along the hash marks. Goal line play. Haney, or excuse me, that's Harris. To the near side, playing some 5 corners with it with 6:25 left to go in the third period. Shot from a tight angle, missed everything. And 50 seconds left in the power play. They keep it in. Here's Harris, a chance to put him away. McNeil, Harris again. Sliding block there from Rittendale once more. Out in the high slot. Haney couldn't have the puck on his stick, and that's cleared away. And Kolas may have caught that puck in the side of the body. 6:08 left in the third period. Faceoff stays inside Illinois' zone.
And Jamestown right now just trying to get as close to the net as possible, saying 4 or 5 guys to the net to get those rebounds, make it difficult for Heflin. Heflin's standing tall right now, but still only 6 minutes to go now and still 2-goal deficit for Illinois.
Holmgren chops the draw to the left point. Todd keeps it in. 30 seconds left on Graham's minor. To the point it goes. It was Barron. Now down low. Quick tip play, and Heflin pushes off that right goalpost. That's 4 times.
Hey, what can I say? But right here over the sound speaker in the Big Pond, they're playing John Cena's The Time Is Now. The time is now for Illinois to, I know you're enjoying that one. That was a pop culture reference. I'm cultured. But the time is now for Illinois to get a stop and score a goal.
And then the next song they played, Mick Foley's theme song in WWE. I'm sure that's lost on you now on the goal line. To the left circle. 5:45 left in the third. Barron at the point. Richter with the puck. And he'll try and hammer it away along the backhand. Out of the right point, Barron. Illinois, another spotless penalty kill. Richter at the puck. Dash off his stick. Now down low for McKechnie. 5:23 left in the third period. McKechnie is held momentarily. Here's Richter. 5-on-5 play for Illinois. Richter with his smooth skating ability. Commanding the offense is the freshman. Look at the moves here. Brings it in onside. Drew Richter on his backhand. Here he comes. And he'll be turned away because he faced a sea of orange before he could reach the front of the net.
Yeah, great job by Jamestown's defense to block off any path to net and force him to the outside.
Here is Nolan. That pass is on the tape here for Cruikshank off a Stuve's stick.
Same play.
And it works. Here is Nolan, left circle. Rittendale right circle. Shoots intentionally wide, tipped down there by Stuve. And Brower can't cover it up. Cruikshank lost the puck to Robinson along the near side corner, bottom of your screen. Illinois is able to change. Kolas comes on, Stuve comes off. The puck is sent out to center. Here is Rittendale. Trying to catch the visitors on a change. Here's McGing off sides. 4:17 left in the third period. When do you pull the goaltender if you're head coach Nick Fabrini?
Hey, I think Nick Fabrini is pointing at Heflin right now, calling, making sure he knows that if Illinois gains possession right here, this might be the first time tonight that we see David Heflin pulled for a sixth offender.
Ernsting lost the draw to Jamestown. Todd has it now for Richter. The key here for Illinois, they got to get the puck into Jamestown's territory or Heflin's not going to be able to lead. Nolan, risky pass for Ernsting, right out in front. Kolas reverses it there for Bobby. Heflin staying in his crease for now. 4 minutes left in the third. Ernsting going wide on Todd. Sending out in front for Kolas. Or excuse me, that was counter and he just whiffed. The puck is just not there for Illinois right now, and it hasn't been all weekend long, but especially in a game like tonight, as here's counter.
I don't think Kolas saw where that last puck was.
Now here's McKechnie along the end boards for Harris, and he'll dump one down. Will this get to the red line? It will not. No icing. Kolas wafts one to the near side for Rittendale. 3:30 left in the third. One team doesn't ice it. The other one does. Illinois will have to defend in their own zone with the same amount of personnel, same type of personnel too. 3:27 left in the third period. Jamestown up 2-0.
Yeah, it's becoming a tough situation for Illinois where they're just backs against the walls right now.
This is where you really find out what a team is made of. If you have a team that fights to the end, it could be different next time around you're trailing. McNeil, right circle. Nice passing. He slaps one, blocked there by Joey Rittendale, and that had to sting him up high, but he stays on the ice. To the left point it goes. Shot there deflected, gloved by Heflin. Or it's loose. He missed the puck. Now it's Holmgren. Rittendale again, very slow, very gingerly. He'll skate over to his bench. And another icing, so he's going to have to stay. With 2:59 left in the third. Unless they call it an injury, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think
big block from the captain, though.
Yeah, no, he took that one. That could have been a goal up top, top shelf on Heflin. So that's what he does as the captain, but that we'll see if he returns.
Cabrini calling timeout, looking for that timeout signal, and gets it. 17:01 into the third period. If you just joined us, you're a little late, but nonetheless, 2-0 Jimmies. Cristiano Simonetta with you right now. Stephen Cohn alongside. Jason Richter scored 19 seconds into the first period, and that kind of told you how this game was going to go.
You know, you got a feel since then. And I think Illinois just hasn't come out with the same intensity that we've seen at moments this year. That 8-0 start that the Illini had this year right now doesn't mean anything. Because if you can't play well against teams that you're going to face later on in the season, like in the postseason, doesn't matter what you do at the beginning, it's how you finish. And right now, the Illini about to get swept. 3 minutes remain swept for the first time in years by non-conference opponents on home ice.
And their schedule does not get any easier. You go to Iowa State next week.
We'll be there.
And we'll be there. We'll have the call for every single Illini game moving forward, except for the national tournament. But we should have a version of our own broadcast up after those games. I know that's in March, but something to talk about now because we expect Illinois to be there, playing in that national tournament by a long shot. So
but if they want a higher seed, if they don't want to get knocked out in the first round again like they did by Drexel last season, they beat Drexel. They got knocked out by eventual national champion Central Oklahoma. But if they want to be there, it's important to win games like tonight.
Bobby Ernstine behind his own cage, looked for David Heflin to skate away. 2:50 left in the third. Opilka through the middle. Here comes Chance Homer. May have a breakaway. He shoots it. He just missed wide of the glove side. Heflin is off for the sixth attacker. Desperation time for Illinois. John Moskalik on the ice. Assuming that was McGing. Now back to the point there for Opilka. All the gunners out for Illinois on this 6-on-5. 2:30 left. They've got a lot of time to score 2 goals, but you need that first one. Here's Opilka. Shoots. Blocked down. And Stuve hunts for it along the near side. Stuve for Holmgren. Now back to the left point. Opilka straight away, looking for that one-timer on Cruikshank. Bobby left circle. Moving in. Toe drag shot. Glove down by Brower. But that was probably going over the net. Illinois' got to start going low here, Steven, and it's maybe too late, too little, too late. 2:03 left in the third period, but you want to get rebounds on a goaltender. I don't know why they're going high on him.
Yeah, and the Jimmies are playing very tight in the middle of the ice, so they're tempting the Illini to try to use the outside and try to get those far shots. And that's what Illinois is kind of buying into right now.
Big face-off win by Cruikshank. Left circle. Now Ernstine walks the line. Drive blocked down there, and Cruikshank almost had that one-timer off the skate. And that's launched up in the air, kept in by Opilka. Now for Cruikshank along the half boards. I don't know why Illinois has not jumped there, and they finally get lucky and grab it. It's Opilka. Shoots, deflected just wide of the cage. My goodness. Oh boy, here is McGing with 1:35 left in the third. Very confident. Here is McGing. He'll shake off a couple of defenders. On the backhand, out in front. Cruikshank shoots high of the goal. And nobody's there at the right point except for Opilka, who will get there in his own zone.
And the line is starting over a change, so Kellner in for home run.
Here's Stuve. Jamestown backing in here, almost down to the final 60 seconds. Ernstine on his backhand, dropped it there for Kellner. Behind the net. Stuve takes a bump, but now it's Kellner trying to wrap it in front. Illinois, like you mentioned, Stephen Cohn in the middle of a change, 55 seconds left in the game. They need 2 goals. McGing behind the net, Browning tried to center it to the side. Can't do it, but this is doing just as well for Jamestown. Richter escapes out in front, and that goes over the stick of Moskalik and towards the empty cage with 43 seconds left.
Absolutely running out of time now. Just got to find a way to get that first goal.
Here is Richter. Toe drags around Todd with some space. Stops and starts once more. 30 seconds left in the period. Salk shoots. That one was blocked by Richter and out of the zone. Far side option. It's Nolan. Hits him there. And his attempt was chopped out there by Robinson.
Chaos.
20 seconds left in the game. Richter just a bit onside. Toe drags around. Kept into the left point and punched out. Jamestown pressuring Illinois, and they shoot for the empty cage, and it just missed wide with 8 seconds left in the third period. Nolan with one last shot, but the Jamestown Jimmies come into Champaign, and they sweep Illinois, shutting them out in the Saturday game 2-0 after beating them 4-3 in a shootout last night, 7 in a row for Jamestown.
Joe Nolan, Thomas Colas have to be separated from Jamestown players after that game. This is a budding rivalry here in ACHA Division I, maybe, but it's definitely not the result that I think we all expected in this weekend's games here in Champaign.
Tyson Brower doing it again when he needed to. He had to make those big saves and did so. Tyson Brower 2-0 on the weekend. David Heflin 0-2. Well, technically 0-1-1. But Heflin allowed that first goal off of Richter. Fourth chance opportunity. Heflin made the saves that he needed, but I think the team failed him this weekend, not allowing them to take that extra step and put Jamestown away last night, and I think that carried over, blowing a lead, and maybe some doubt seeped into the heads of the Illini, and Jamestown just gobbled that up.
At the same time, I think Jamestown outplayed the Illini tonight on their own merits. Then they played terrific defense. They were able to get chances on offense. And Tyson Brower, what else can you say? Maybe one of the best goaltenders we've seen all season. Maybe one of the best in the ACHA.
He improves to 17-11. Excuse me, 13-6. Last season he was 15-11. Career numbers coming in 26, 17, and 2. So career now he's 28-17. That is better than David Heflin through 2.5 seasons. And Brower was the guy that when Illinois would come in on odd man opportunities, somehow in the back of our minds, we knew that Tyson Brower was going to stop anything that came his way.
Hey, but the Illini were getting some chances, but they weren't able to capitalize on a 4-on-2 rush, on a 3-on-2 rush. Jamestown was giving them opportunities on some of their own miscues. They had a few offsides on their own power plays. Illinois couldn't take advantage of any of them all weekend long, and as a result, they get swept.
Your 3 stars of the weekend, including both teams if you have to.
I think my first star, Tyson Brower. It's not much of a question there. I think he played terrific. Second star, Jason Richter, had a goal in both games. And third, I think James McGing had a goal last night. Also, Deeks, a lot of nice moves by him all weekend long.
Where do you see Illinois in this next edition of the ACHA rankings? Because they end up with 0 victories on the weekend, something that hasn't happened since Iowa State. And when that happened, they dropped about 6 spots. So right in the top 10, they've been there for 6 straight weeks. But now, could that be dwindling?
Well, I think it's not like it's a panel of people. It's not the College Football Playoff Committee that's deciding this. It's a computer. So we don't really know how those rankings work, but you got to think that they will move down a few spots, maybe 13, 14, 15. And Jamestown likely will jump them. Maybe they'll be in the top 10 after sweeping a top 10 team on the road.
And thank you, Stephen Cohn, for all the work you did this weekend. We're glad to have you back. For Abby Kalsto, Mackenzie, Bach, I'm Cristiano Simonetta. We'll see you next week in Iowa State, Ames, Iowa, for a road trip. Illinois faces off against the Cyclones in a pivotal CSCHL matchup. We hope you can tune in.